Peace to the family. Peace to the family. I got a lot I want to talk to you about today. I know we be making this money, but we got to just have a different conversation right now, real quick, real fast. Peace. I want you guys to come in on this. Because now this is not for the weak-hearted either. Let me see. Hold on, let me talk to you guys. Start talking my talk. Maybe I won't talk about it, depending on what y'all talk to me about when I pull up on you. Brother Polight.
Hi, Brother Polight.
How you doing?
I'm good. I love you. I go as the real Cat Gaga. Everybody follow me, and Brother Polight follow me. You're gonna love my titties.
What the hell?
I want to be one of your wives.
That won't happen if we can't even see your face.
Hold up a second. Stay right there. Hold on a second.
Well, I feel like I'm being. What the hell was that? I couldn't do it. I was afraid somebody would set me up. I hope nobody ain't trying to catfish me this late in the night. What's up, Chris? Yo, let me get my man Chris on. Let me see if he even respond, because Chris be ducking. Hold on. Damn, that was weird though. Yeah. I was like, I ain't about to get catfish now. But yeah, Chris is my guy, man. But I was about to call him, but you know what? Let me see. I don't know. Let's Chris, come on, pull up. This is my man Chris. Where you at? I'm gonna see if he responds. He ain't request, but I'm gonna see if there he go.
Yo, what's up, Sang?
What up?
Hey, coming live from Miami, man.
Dope. What's up with you, man?
Life is difficult out here, in Miami. We got the jacuzzi right now. At 103, it dipped down 1 whole degree. Fam, 1 whole degree. Just chilling. Hey, if I got one word for you, listen to Brother Polight. He's trying to help you all out. You want to be, you want to be successful like him. Times like these, I think. What do you think, Polight? Like, I want to bounce this off of you. It kind of reemphasizes how you should be thinking about saving, when there's days of harvest.
Yeah, that's a fact. I agree. I agree. I mean, a lot of things. These times have made people a lot more stronger, more cognizant, more aware. So I love it. There's the good that you can find in this situation. Of course, we want to go back out, catch beer cans in the middle of the pool. You know what I'm saying? While telling your man, don't do it. Somebody get.
Oh shit! I was getting a screenshot. I didn't know if I was this thing.
Well,
I gotta
right.
repost Brother Polight too.
I hear that. But you learn a lot. You learn a lot during these times. You learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about each other. You learn about being alone and your tolerance for being alone. And some have zero tolerance, some have a lot. And what I mean by that is some people losing their mind because they're so used to being around other people. When it comes time to get in tune with themselves, they start running away. So I think it's pretty interesting when I'm watching everybody watch themselves. I think it's interesting that some people are losing their mind just because they're getting some solitude. So it's like they find more peace in the chaos than they find in being able to, have more time at their disposal to find out more about how they think and what they really want. So I just think it's interesting. That's all. I think it's dope. I love it. It's long overdue.
It absolutely is. My track coach for my NCAA days, he was from St. Kitts and St. Kitts and Nevis. He used to say, a man left alone on an island will probably die. You know, you need other
Mm,
people to survive. You know, you need to be really strong-minded, um, and so
hmm
that tells a lot of facts.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah,
But yo, Chris, I'm gonna just keep moving around, catching up
yeah,
with some
go
people.
for it. I'm
But
gonna give you the outro right here from Miami, fresh
hey,
from the
hey,
balcony.
tell that damn
Okay,
viewer. That's what I'm talking
Miami
about.
misses you, King. Miami misses you, man. Come back to
Yo,
it.
I'm out there this weekend. How did the pool party go? Did it go down?
It's going down every day, man. We miss you. Come back soon.
I know it's always going down with you every day, but it seemed like it was more grandeur than the typical day to day one. Did that one go down? Did it go down real good that last weekend? I had to teach a
You're cutting
class.
out a little bit. Yeah.
It worked out. Luis and everybody came through.
Everyone comes through, man. The group's still together. We're waiting for you. Be good.
I know. I'm out there. I'm
Share,
out
share
there.
the facts tonight, and I wish you all the best. See you soon, okay?
I wish you too, man. The best. Thank you, man.
All right, brother.
Appreciate
Bye.
you, King.
All
You
right,
already
peace,
know.
man.
My man. It's my homie Chris. Yeah. Cat's still having pool parties in Miami. I know, shaking my head. I know. I know what you're gonna say. But damn it, we just in a different space and place in mind. But I want to talk to y'all. So come on. I'm here. This is just a live stream. Let's see what you're talking about. Let's see what you're talking about. Because I got some stuff on my mind. I really want to talk to you about. But I might take it easy. I was gonna go in my religious bag because I'm feeling away today. Let's see.
Hi, Brother Polight. It's me, Cat Gaga. I love you in hidden colors. You so look so sexy, hot, and oily. Oh, yes.
What's going on today?
Nothing much. I just saw you on live and I said, I have to tease this hot and sexy, strong black brother. Mostly because I just love it. They're trying to demasculate the black man, baby. Keep up the good work.
What's your name?
My name is Cat Gaga.
Cat Gaga?
Yes.
Where you from, Cat Gaga?
I'm from the Bronx, New York.
Wow, from New York.
Yes, I got that Bronx gushy.
So tell me something. How long you been keeping up with the information?
For a while now. It's been like 4 years, and I just, you pro-blacks just turn me on.
Well, that's good. We should turn you
Am I
on.
capable to be your next wife?
Oh, I don't know. You gotta talk to the other sisters, man. You gotta that squeaky voice. I don't know. We figuring this thing out. What's all of that that you're doing?
You love this squeaky voice all over your deck.
This is so funny shit. Was you the one? What is going on tonight? Do y'all see what's going on? Yo, I have no idea what's going on. The freaks come out at night. That shit got me laughing. I can't believe people be really being on this, man. I needed to laugh. I'm gonna have to save that shit. That was cool though, but hey, salute. Yo, oh shit. I can't even pardon my language, man. I can't even make this thing up I'm glad y'all got the emojis. I'm glad I ain't the only one that's here tripping. Like, oh man. What the freak? That was interesting. Cat Gaga. She's cool. Fuck it, man. Hey, if she's showing love, she's showing love. I ain't knocking it. If she's showing love, salute to her. Salute to her. She seems so happy. I ain't gonna be mad at nobody that's happy. I'm not gonna be mad at nobody that's happy. Oh my gosh, that shit had me crying. I was so Yo, did you just see that?
Nah, I missed it.
You're lying.
I literally just came in here.
Man, Cat Gaga just put some work in, man. She asked me to be my wife, next wife,
Who?
holding her titties and squeaky voice, and it was just
Who?
interesting. When you play this video back, just go just before you get on.
I'm saying, who you talking about?
Cat Gaga from the Bronx, holding her big ass titties, talking about she want to be my next wife and how she's attracted by pro-black men, and it's just interesting.
Is she a white woman?
She probably is. Or she might be what they call Hispanic, Nubian, though, African. You know how people do. But yo, actually, I called you prior to this, so I'm glad you're here. I really wanted to go on my religious bag tonight. I wanted to get there. I hope you're all right. I wanted to go there tonight because I'm feeling away. And I'm going to really lay it out in about, maybe it's 2 minutes, a minute and a half, I don't know. But I personally feel that our people, let me get back. Let me move this damn thing forward. Because I'm in my feelings right now. And I'm going to tell you why. I personally feel like our people worship the damn devil. Now, I may not believe, and I'm going to tell y'all why I don't believe in God. I'm going to tell you why. I know they're going to do this. He did this, so you know what that means when he said that, right? Because people spooky as hell. But I'm going to tell you this. I don't believe in it. Y'all going to unfollow, knock yourself out. People made me believe in the devil and not God. I believe in the devil. I'm going to say that. I definitely believe in the damn devil. And not only do I believe in the devil, I believe God is the devil. And I'm going to tell you why. I just want you to really walk with me. Nipsey Hussle gets murdered in the worst fashion. And y'all can get emotional about me talking about this if you choose, but I got a lot on my chest. And not only does he get murdered, and he has a loving family, we say, when we get together, God had a special plan. God couldn't create a better plan for that great brother that was contributing to the community other than to have him murdered and slain the way he was. We say he was so great, God had to do that. God had to have him shot up like that. Okay. Kobe Bryant is in a helicopter.
Right.
The helicopter crashed. You know what they say? They say, hey, God knew Kobe and his daughter had such a close relationship.
He wanted them to die together.
He wanted them to die together. Never mind the fact that he got other children. How the hell are we going to tell the other children, yo, God knew that he was your father too, but he was close to your sister. So he took them out. He left y'all asses here. So for me, I feel a way about that. When a brother speaks before the stage for an awards, whether it's BT or MTV or whatever the case is, he wins an award. What he wins an award for? He wins an award because he tells everybody, hey, I'm selling drugs in my community. I'm gunning everybody down in the community. I'm going to continuously murder. I'm going to continuously propagate fratricidal lyrics, genocidal lyrics. And when he gets on stage and he thanks God, everybody does this. That's right. That's right. And when a woman goes on stage, after talking about sleeping with other people's men, after celebrating or propagating infidelity in our community, she then goes up there And she gets the award, and the first thing she says is, "I like to thank God." So in my mind, I just start wondering, is God the damn devil? For the trans-sub-Saharan slave trade, 1,100 plus years, Black people were not only subjugated, raped, robbed, and pillaged, stripped of a thorough knowledge of self, double castrated, forced to walk on hot sand for over 1,100 years under Arab imperialism. The white man comes with a better slave model. We like, yo, this slavery's so bad, let's just take on the white man. And he enslaves us for another near 500 years. And in those two paradigms of Arab enslavement and European enslavement, we have almost 2,000 years. God took a break. Oh no, I get it. We did something so bad that he would use other people to imprison us, incarcerate us, incapacitate us, subjugate us, murder us, because we did something so bad. So, and God did this because we're his chosen children.
Right.
So I look at it all and I say, helicopter crash, shot in the head and the body, slavery for damn near 2,000 years, and all people can tell me is, hey, that's DayLyt. That's DayLyt. I would have loved to throw everybody in, but all people can tell me is, this was God's special plan. This is God's special plan. I feel a way about that. And now, if that's God's special plan, if God is taking out babies and taking out the fathers, if God is getting us raped and castrated to prove some kind of lesson, but I'm going to tell you this. The reason why God is doing that, and y'all can get mad if you want, because I'm just feeling the weight, is because Jesus was a sucker. I know you're mad. Jesus was a buster. He was, for my West Coast people, Jesus was a sucker. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why he's a sucker. I'm going to tell you why, because I know y'all feel away. Get mad if you want, get in your feelings. He's a sucker. Because Jesus was a sucker, every time we have someone like Malcolm X or Martin Luther King or real powerful, brilliant Black men that get murdered, we think of them as, oh, well, God had a special plan for him to get assassinated. You know why? Because Jesus is supposed to be so great that if they could feed him, whip his ass, and make him carry his own cross, beat shit out of him and hang him, then you know what we do? Whenever we see great people get murdered unfairly, we connect them with Jesus. And that's what we do. We start making up excuses instead of just saying, yo, people are freaking wicked on planet Earth. So what I'm saying is, I hope y'all hear me clearly. Y'all version of God sound like the damn devil. He flooded the earth, right? And then they turn around and tell me he coming with fire and brimstone. I'm like, does this nigga ever stop killing people? Yo, when the coronavirus came out, you know what our brothers did? The Hebrew Israelites. They start reading out the Bible. Yo, this is one of the plagues God was talking about. When the World Trade Center fell down, you know what they said? They read out the Bible. You know, God did it. How come when the cure comes out, no one says God is responsible for the cure? How come when it's good news, no one turn around and celebrate God? How come every time there's pestilence and destitution and slavery and buildings dropping, terrorism and viruses, how come every time something negative takes place all over the world, we accredit it to God, but then when positive things happen, we never say it's God? When Kobe Bryant died, they say it's God's plan. When Nipsey Hussle died, they say it's God's plan. When Black people go to slavery, they say it's God's plan. When the coronavirus comes, they say it's God's plague. When the Trade Center fall down, they say it's God. Well, then your God is the goddamn devil. And I don't want to fuck with him. He don't fuck with Black people. He don't like Black people. It's very clear he's constantly on our body. I ain't rocking with him. That's how I'm feeling about the situation. Any words, Kate? That ain't my God. I can tell you that. Black people, y'all got to wake the freak up. They sold you a weirdo God. They sold you on a God to make your ass passive so they can enslave you and oppress you every damn day of the week. That's what they sold you. They sold you some weak, weirdo God that always gets his ass bust. You know why? Because if your God can get his ass bust and send his only child down here to get his ass bust, then you're going to be willing to get your ass bust. But you're going to believe getting your ass bust is spiritual. You don't want to get your ass kicked just because your Messiah got his ass kicked. That's how y'all going to take it on.
Yo, this is the reason why white people feel like God is white. This is why. Because that God does everything that white people do to us. Everything. I mean, he
That's some real shit.
and I called you yesterday, you called me today, right? So this is where we meet. We meet on IG Live.
Real talk.
So how you feel right now when you got that on your eye? I know how you feel. So I was feeling like that yesterday. So here's my question.
Talk about it, man. Talk about it.
Here's my question. Man, okay. So white people were fighting the police.
Oh,
right?
someone said this is a wicked conversation. Let me just do this real quick. You know what's wicked? What's wicked is having questions in your mind and being too afraid to ask it because you're trying to sneak your way into heaven.
That ain't even
just be believing just in case. You know what I mean by that? They be believing just in case. Like, you know what? This just sounds stupid, but just in case there's a heaven, I'm going to just believe so I can get in there. Y'all niggas trying to hustle your way in heaven. If God's out there, he know what's in your heart. You ain't going to fool fucking God. If you got questions, if I got a God, my God will want me to question men. Because at the end of the day, you wasn't born on this planet knowing the Bible inside out, knowing the Quran inside out. A man taught you about the Bible. A man gave you your convictions and your belief. You don't know it. When a baby's born, you know what happens when a baby's born? A baby automatically knows where to go to be breastfed. No one teaches the baby that. It's a pre-encoded gene. So how come when we born, we don't got pre-encoded DNA that tells us about Noah's Ark? How come we don't got pre-encoded DNA that tells us about Adam and Eve and Jesus? No, you got to go to religious instruction to learn that shit. Nobody is born knowing it until a man tell you. So how you going to say this is a wicked conversation because I have questions? In fact, any man that tells you anything, you got the right to ask a question because you wasn't born knowing this information about God until someone told you how to read, told you how to write, and then gave you the information. And most of you ain't even read or write that information. You just took secondhand information from someone who said they read the information. So let's really wake up, people. You can't be wicked for asking questions. How you telling me I'm wicked, but the damn Negro who's selling drugs every time in his music and talking about killing your bitch ass every time in his music, he could turn around and thank God when he gets an award for selling that shit to millions of people all over the world. If we were to follow his lyrics and make it our religion, we wouldn't have black people on the planet no more if we follow what he says. If every Negro that gets an award for talking about cheating on his wife can say he like to thank God, and you jackasses is over here clapping and applauding, and then you want me to worship the same fucking God? I ain't gonna worship that nigga because our community will be destroyed if we follow that. We see that onto this very day. I ain't saying I'm perfect. I'm just saying you're telling me that God killed Kobe Bryant on purpose with his daughter because he loves his daughter so much. You're telling me that God couldn't find a better way to make Nipsey Hussle translate into another realm or another universe. He had to make him believe in the most violent way while these idiots are still out here walking and breathing amongst us, and you want to pacify what's going on because you're trying to believe in heaven just in case. Bro. Well, I'm tired. I'm tired of acting like I don't got these questions in my mind.
Yo, so let's go through a couple things. So first and foremost,
wicked conversation.
It's like, bruh, you know, either God is not who they say God is.
Facts.
Or either God is who they say he is.
Which is scary.
Which is super scary. Because if you telling me that if you got a promotion on your job, if you hustled up enough money to get a car, if your rent got paid out of nowhere, if you telling me it must have been God, but then I turn around and I see a 6-year-old die from cancer, I would ask the question, why doesn't your God make better decisions? Why would a God miracle or blessing on giving you a promotion at a job, getting you into a new car or a new home, as it may be, helping you find the person of your dreams and just leave the 6-year-old to die from cancer. So another thing is, the reason why you always say it's God's plan is because all these atrocities happen under the ruling of your God. So the only way you can explain it is to say that it was some sort of divine plan, which makes absolutely no sense, because if your God only put you here to worship, only put you here to suffer, to find meaning or a basis in which we could differentiate sadness from happiness, if the only reason the opposing factors give validity to the alternative, then we can say that maybe your God isn't who you think your God is. And if your God is who your God is, maybe then your God is flawed, and maybe your God makes mistakes then. And if we, like, you have to pick one or the, you have to pick one or the other. And so my question is, white people been banging on the government, they've been banging on law enforcement, judicial system, all that as of recent, because they're saying open up the government or you're basically going to kill this country. Now, we know that per se it ain't going to kill the country, but it is going to do something, and black people are not prepared for what it's going to do.
Real talk.
It's going to, for one, it's going to even the playing field a lot more, because a lot more white people will be out of work, even though they're a lot more pre-established than us. They got a lot more wealth than us, way more wealth than us. But it's going to even the playing field for entrepreneurs and for people who have hustle and drive, which is basically our strong suit. So the corporations that was pre-built to basically keep us down, make us the lower level workers, never let us be CEOs. They give the companies to the inheritance of their daughters and their sons and all that. This is going to give us leverage, but we ain't mentally prepared to do anything. I mean, we can't. If the flu right now, and it's flu season right now, magically nobody has COVID-19. All right. If you go to the hospital right now with flu symptoms, they're gonna tell your goofy ass you got COVID. But the difference between who you think is wicked and you who you think is righteous is we would never go to, we never have to go to the hospital. But even if we was sick, we would not go to the hospital. We know how to heal ourselves within our homes. You're gonna pray to your God, and your God is not gonna show up and reveal himself in that time when the white man got his hand on you, and literally you're under his ruling, under his care.
Yo, Los,
yeah.
Watch this real quick. You know, because the Negro, I'm unfollowing you. Your bitch ass still ain't going to heaven, nigga. I'm unfollowing you. Fuck you think God's gonna good one, son. He gonna just for unfollow me because we're thinking. Again, let me say this again. If a black man goes on his records and says, I want to kill other black people, and he goes and he says, I like to thank God for you guys giving me an award for saying I like to kill black people. Why the hell are you talking about unfollowing me? Bitch, you need to get the fuck out of here. I don't want you following me. Because that means you support that stupid shit just because it's in the name of God. That's what I'm saying. People will just say God, and you just feel like you got to follow it just because they say God. But let me ask you something. If I was a rapper and I came out and I said, I want to kill white people, do you think my music would go anywhere? If I was a rapper and I said, yo, I'm gonna put a hole in these crackers' heads. If I said that as a rapper, do you think I would get an award at BET? Do you think I would get an award at MTV if I said I'm gonna kill these crackers and killing white folks and cutting white throats, arm yourself and harm yourself? If I was talking that shit in my rhymes, do you think I would get one award? Do you think if I said, yo, after I kill these white people in my rhyme, first and foremost, I like to thank God. Do you think I can go anywhere with that? But let a nigga kill a nigga in his music. We're going to get awards, and white people are going to empower us to get the awards.
Hold up, Poe.
Fuck here. You want to unfollow me? Bitch, you must hate black people.
Yo, listen. Hold up. Fuck that. Fuck saying you're going to kill a white person. You can't say you're going to kill a dog in your rhymes.
The animal activists will have your ass for killing a dog, but no one cares if you kill a black man.
That you can't make a rhyme right now.
I can't even wear a furry coat without them being on my ass if I go try to receive an award. They'll be out there with protest signs, but no one gives a damn when you say you're going to kill another brother. And especially if you seal the deal and you thank God for the appreciation that you should get for saying that you're going to cheat on your wife, F her, call her all sorts of vulgar names, call out her name. Nobody cares. They will award you for saying that stuff against your own black family. And you still think that you worshiping God? That ain't no God that you worshiping. What God would celebrate, endorse, promote, and support the idea of you killing your own people.
Yo, so here goes this guy saying Public Enemy did it. The reason why we're for Public Enemy is because at that point in time, music and hip hop was predicated upon the liberation of blacks through their struggles and the things that they went through. Now we live in a society where it's become a normality to say you'll kill the person that looks just like you. And corporations have put major funding behind that. So since it's a public enemy, you try that Public Enemy shit right now and see if you blow up, and see if you fucking if you can get on the fucking chart. You won't be nowhere near that shit. So yeah, you ain't gonna never win an Oscar, a Grammy, you damn near ET award, none of that shit unless you talking. And it are a couple people. You got Kendrick, J. Cole, but I could count them niggas on one hand. But can you count the countless brothers that rap about that shit that y'all don't even know exists? That's nicer than a Kendrick or Cole or even a me, and you ain't never heard of this dude because he's rapping positive shit and that don't get you nowhere. And not only that, our women all the worst music, sing all the worst lyrics, things that down themselves. We get in there and we sing Percocet, Molly Percocet. Oh, you ain't never sang that? We Wicked, but you sing that? You'll sing that record. Percocet, Molly Percocet. Come on, bro. Like, you got to understand. We not saying nothing wicked because we talking about something that you can't even prove. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, my wife saved me. She my Lord and Savior. My wife woke me up. It'd be a damn shame for me to turn my back on my physical black woman that saved my life and give the credit to a spook god that rewards niggas for killing niggas every time there's a damn award.
They don't love
stick with my wife.
They don't even love their mothers. Yes, we don't respect our mothers. We don't respect the portal in which we got to this realm through, which is your mama. You know what I'm saying? You don't support your mama, respect your mama. You don't help your mama. So why would you look to the black woman and think anything highly of her? And you don't even know yourself. You don't even know who you are, man. Like, y'all talk about wickedness, but y'all go to church and eat of the flesh and drink of the blood, though. I can't even do nothing. And then so a kid says to me, well, I mean, it's not real flesh and real blood. I said, okay, so let's do this. Let's every Tuesday, let's get in a circle and pretend to eat babies. I mean, it ain't real babies. Let's just pretend. Let's say, now let's eat the baby. Like, come on, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
And you know what? Watch this. It was all good. This country's built on religion. And then their money saying, God we trust. And you go to court, you got to swear in the Bible because nobody want to be in trouble with God. But then the second the coronavirus came out, the government started asking the churches, can y'all please close the churches? So what's up? You was playing pretend. They should be the ones we run to free us from this shit. You feel what I'm saying? Now the pastor that been smacking the shit out of your old aunt, pushing her on the floor with the laying of the hands. Now he don't want to lay the hands because he don't want to give no one the virus and he don't want to contract it himself. So now he got to give you the virus from 3-point range. Now he got to do Instagram pastoral exegeting because it's dangerous. The government's like, please. After a while, we're going to start locking you cats up. The government started locking people up for going to church. But I'm like, yo, hold on. You gave them the right to this spookism. Now when stuff gets serious, you want to tell them, stop playing pretend. Yo, someone could get sick. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, the churches should be the safest place for us to go right now if we wasn't playing pretend. So that just goes to show you that the government know they was BSing with our people because poor communities have the most churches per square mile than any other prospering community. That's a fact. We have as much as churches as we have liquor stores. That's a fact. Impoverished communities, impoverished countries have way more churches than wealthy communities. And what are you going to say? Because they making money, God is not with them, right? That's what we're going to say. So then who's God with in the hood while we killing everybody? While we killing each other? While we on drugs? While there's child molestation, pedophilia, all sorts of stuff going on in our community. You see, we got to stop playing pretend. You think you could serve the same God that your slave master worshiped. If I asked you, what were the Africans doing? By Africans, I'm talking about you guys. What were you guys doing before this white man introduced you to the Bible? What was you studying? What was you praying? Who was you praying to? If I were to ask you, what was life like before this white man kidnapped you? You got amnesia. And now you want to fight me because I'm saying this version of God is not our God. This is not the black man and the black woman's God. It just doesn't make sense unless you want to tell me that God took off of work for almost 2,000 years and watch people call on his name to abuse his children because we did something wrong.
Yo.
So if that's the case, you're saying that God created white people to abuse us because we was doing something wrong. So that makes them right for what they was doing because they was following the will of God in order to abuse us.
Yo, go get God back though. See, this the thing. Niggas won't go get God back. If God is black, first of all, y'all won't even make a depiction of a black God. I ain't seen it yet. Go make a black, right? And then go, because the white man has claimed your God. So go get your God back. I don't get it. God is almighty, all loving, all serving, all knowing, all these things. Go get your God back from the white man who took your God and now rules this world, and then bring us the world back. Bring the world back to your people. Like, I don't get it. Why are we still going through all this if not only God is who you say he is, but and God's black, so that's really in our favor?
Fact.
What's up? Why we suffer more than anybody, and then don't say it's God's plan again?
Hey, Los, I just say this. I say this to myself. I'm like, you know what? It wouldn't be the first time we've been lied to, right? What if, just what if, the slave master didn't care about us, so when he gave us the so-called Bible during slavery, what if he knew he was giving us a false God? Just take a random crazy-ass guess. He was feeding us all sorts of shit in slavery, but he cared so much about us, he gave us the Bible?
Name all the stuff he did. Oh, hold up. Name all the stuff that he did, and let's end on the Bible. Let's start with all the stuff the slave master did, and let's end on the Bible.
Real talk, with the raping, with the castration, with the mutilation of our body parts, with the beating the men almost to the point of death or to death, just to make sure that the women, when they give birth to their next generation of youth, that they raise them to be passive. To tie the women to two different horses and make the horses go two different directions so she can be split in half so a baby could come out. To only have them impregnated just so they could sell little black babies for 12 cents, little black babies for 15, 20 cents. And debate over if the baby was too costly for it to be over $1. To breed us only so we could be into slavery. To make sure that we couldn't read, and when we could read, it would only be the Bible. These are the questions you got to ask yourself. And so I then go on to say, when my mind finally gets free, I ask myself something. What if the version of God that we've been given, lucky guess, what if this some fake shit right here? Because so long as we keep believing in this fake version of God, we'll never be free. What if we keep confiding in a God that was created for us because we can have no power unless we have a genetic affinity to our own creator? Like, watch this. When you look at food, there's something called gene food consistency, right? So I'm thinking in terms of spiritual consistency. I'm like, hold on. If there's gene food consistency, which means a polar bear cannot be fed any other food than what the polar bear eats. When you look at a zoo, they will go as far as simulating the environment for the polar bear. Keep the same family and children around the polar bear, okay? The babies, the cubs. They'll keep the same family orientation, simulate the environment, and feed the polar bear the same food. Because if that polar bear realizes that it's out its environment, away from its family, and doesn't eat the same food, the polar bear will go crazy. So they know there's gene food consistency because when you urinate and you defecate and your saliva is part of the environment and it grows certain plants and certain animals feed off those plants and certain animals fecal matter goes into the ground and it grows other plants and it grows other food. That food, Mother Nature takes data and logs in what kind of DNA you have, what kind of diseases you will get, and it grows food specific to you based on the land that you're indigenous to. So in other words, in Thailand, they got apples, but their apples don't look like American apples. You know why? Because their apples are designed to cater specifically to the people that's indigenous to that particular land. Okay? When you see trees that's growing fruits and foods that's way too high that you got to climb up, that means it wasn't really designed for you per se, because nature doesn't put your food out of reach. And over time, you would be able to connect with it anyway. But anyway, that's another conversation for another time, but I'm talking to you about gene food consistency. The white man knows when he has a zoo to simulate the environment for the lion, simulate the same environment for the tiger, simulate the same environment for the polar bear. But when the white man takes the African from Africa, he doesn't simulate the same family structure. You eating fried rice and chicken wings, pork fried rice and 2 wings and a free iced tea. That shit is what's making you go crazy. That has nothing to do with the lands that you derive from, that you're indigenous to. You don't have a genetic affinity to pork fried rice and 2 chicken wings. You don't have a genetic affinity to that. And if they fed the polar bear that type of madness, he would go crazy. If they fed the lion that type of madness, they would go crazy. You left Africa and ended up in the projects. You left Africa and you suffered the consequence after learning another person's language. You want to know who conquered you? Just look at the language that you speak. And that is a testament to history that who took you over. You could call yourself a Hispanic. You could deny your African roots and your culture, even though Africans was brought over there to Puerto Rico. You could do that if you want. Dominicans can act like they're not black and act like they got a beef with Haitians when it's just a little fret over the same land. Okay? We could do all of that if you want. But understand that chaos doesn't naturally come from us. Okay? Understand that we have to have a genetic affinity to who or what we choose to worship. Because if we don't, it can never work for us. A God that is not yours can never work for you, nor a fabricated God of the same. So what I'm having a conversation about, because I know people scary, because when you start talking about God, it's like, just don't even mention it because I'm uncomfortable. But no God of mine would get mad at me for waking up my people. No God of mine. In fact, I can be wrong all night. I could be wrong, and maybe God does want me to make music talking about killing my own people and cheating on my black woman so I can get a damn award for saying it. But at the end of the day, I'm saying, yo, hold on. I do believe that Jesus is white. I do believe that God is white. I believe, you know why I believe this? Because slavery was successful and still is to today. It's successful. So that God that they worshiping, that God working for them. So what I tell myself is, I can't worship that shit. I got to find who our creators are, who our forces of nature are, what are our principles, what the universe has in store for me. Because what I'm not going to do is see the success that was brought about through slavery and worship the God that the slave master was worshiping. And just because I change his damn complexion and keep his hair straight, that's my God now. I ain't about to do it. It's just stupid at this particular point in time. If you see someone successful and both sides are worshiping the same creator, that creator is helping one side be oppressed and helping the other side do the oppressing. That's just a fact at the end of the damn day. So I would be a fool if I decided, yo, let me see if I can outslick the slave master, who the only reason I know this God in particular is the one because he introduced me to him. Nah, but that's really our God. You see, when the white man gave you the Bible, he couldn't read it, right? So, first of all, he did everything to fuck you over. Why do you think we should skip over the Bible? He gave you chitlins. He gave you the intestines and the rectum of an animal. And we still eat this crazy shit to this day. When it's time for the holidays, you put the ass of a pig on the table. You Negroes talking about eating ass in your songs and eating the groceries. You eating ass the second Thanksgiving and Christmas come, and you glaze the ass. And you put cloves in the ass. And you sugarcoat the ass. And you put pineapple on the ass. And then you cut into that ass and you eat it. And then you get sick in your older age and you wonder where the sickness coming from. You think you're God. Hold on, you think you're God? created you so you can eat a pig's ass? This is ridiculous. And then sugar-coated, candy ass. You think your God created you so you can take an animal that doesn't have sweat glands. A pig does not even have sweat glands. Do you understand what that means? That means all the toxins stay inside the pig. And you think you eat red meat, but there's no such thing. Because when the meat oxidizes, it's supposed to turn gray or brown. They put carbon monoxide in your meat so it can have a red hue because it's more appealing, because subconsciously you wouldn't want to consume anything that looks brown or gray. So they put the poison carbon monoxide in the meat so it can have a bright red hue even after oxygen hits it, which is why you know it's a contradiction, because oxidation would cause it to turn brown or gray. Real meat turns brown or gray. So when you see that big, bright, juicy red meat, you know what it is. And then on top of it, your white counterpart, the white man, will eat what? He would eat medium rare. He wants it with the blood on because he's smart. Because he understands meat has heme iron in it. So when you cook it at an intense heat, it makes the iron carcinogenic because the iron in dark green leafy vegetables, iron fluorine, is different from the iron that's inside of meat. Okay, so the iron inside of meat, when you put it under heat, it becomes cancerous. So he eats his meat, pause, medium rare. You know what I'm saying? So he wants some blood in it. But at the end of the day, you got to also understand that they got dead baby fetuses in your sodas and your drinks. If you think I'm BSing, look it up. They put dead baby fetuses in your drinks. I'm not making this shit up. They want you to taste humans so you can go nuts because you're not designed to taste the DNA or consume the DNA of humans like that.
Bro, why you asking them to look something up when they never even looked in the Bible that they fighting you about? Like telling them to look up, like telling a black person to look something up, bro, is like, just look something in the Bible. Just start reading the Bible. You don't even read the Bible. Start reading that zany ass book. That shit is zany, man.
It's a comic book, bro. And guess what? So one of my white homies is like, yo, bro, I said, yo, it's never drama with you. I'm not mad at you because your God is in support of you. You know, I'm just telling you, I would be living in contradiction if you and I worship the same God unless you decide to worship my God. You know what I'm saying? But I can't worship yours because I'm going to fuck around and you're going to have a leash on me one damn day. And it's going to make sense whether you are not that type of person or not. I can't put myself in that position because any day you might get the drop on me. I don't want to do that. So when you keep your God, and I can respect the fact that your God delivers you.
Yo, New Jersey Twork is in here, right?
He up in here, piece of the God.
Yeah, he's in here. He's batting on the side of religion and Jesus.
Don't say that. I like that brother's bars, man. Come on, man. How the good brothers believe in this shit?
Hold on. What's your favorite bar from Twork?
Yo, Twork, first of all, I like that in text that you was talking about the other day. Yo, Twork is nice, son. Yo, I got to get Twork on here because I be trying to figure out how the hell can a man be gangster and believe in this shit at the same time? I just don't believe it. I think he's a G. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I just got to ask a brother who I believe to be a G. You know what I'm saying?
Get Twork.
How the hell do you believe in this craziness?
Mind you, his mother is a pastor, and she has a church. And she has a church, and so
I wonder if his mom supports his bars.
Yo, Hey, Twork, leave a comment so Poe can add you.
Yo, Twork, we got to get you on here because I fuck with your music now. I like it when I'm in my nigga bag. You know what I'm saying? But you rocking with religion.
He rocking with Jesus. He said Jesus was persecuted. Jesus. He said if it was easy to be a Christian, everybody would do it. That's what he said.
I got to see these comments, man. I don't believe none of this stuff. And I don't know you be a liar, but I don't believe this. I can't believe Twork is back up to bat for Jesus.
And he said Drake, the greatest artist of all time.
I watched that. That was a real good build you brothers had. I really liked it. I actually watched it yesterday. It was a dope build.
Twork, where you at?
Yeah, because a lot of times when I watch Twork, I be thinking K Shine got influence from him. I could be wrong. I don't want people being mad at me. You know what I'm saying? But it just seemed like
There go
K
Twork.
Shine.
There you go. He right there. He said that's what I said at the bottom. Adam, tap on that and Adam.
Tap on what?
He tap on his name, tap on his comment he just left, said that's what I said. Tap on his comment and then you can add him from tapping on his comment.
It could be three of us in here?
No, I'm gonna leave.
Okay, hold on. Give me his name. What's his name? Yo, family, somebody let me know what Twork's name is on it. What's Twork's name on here? Or put a request in, Twork. I need to build with you, King. Let me see if he's in here. Damn, what's his name on here? He don't go by New Jersey Twork? let me get Los back on.
Yo,
Yeah.
his name is New Jersey Twork and it got a verified check by it, yo.
Tell him type something in. Everybody writing his name.
Yeah, he keep leaving a comment that says, I'm here.
All right, let me.
NU Jersey Twork. NU Jersey Twork. Twork, just keep spamming comments, Twork. There you go.
Okay, I see it.
All right, bet. I'm out.
Please, let me get the guard on here, man. There we go. Got the brother right there. This should be interesting. Oh, let me make sure I can charge my damn phone. This has me alarmed.
Yo.
What's up, King?
What's going on with it, man?
Man, you got me alarmed, King. Hold on, let me make sure I charge this thing. I got a bill with you, guys. Oh. Yeah. I mean, you can give me the extension cord. I need that like yesterday. I don't want this to cut. What's up, my brother? Peace to you first and foremost.
Man? How you living, man? First and foremost.
Peace to you. Let's get that out the way. I love your work.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Love, I appreciate it.
I got you in the top 5 lists out there. I don't care what nobody thinks.
That's love, my nigga.
Word, son. So I definitely rock with you, man. You gifted with that wordplay and with that presentation, stage presence, all that shit combined. That's to me, that's what makes you great. Because you do a bunch of stuff that, in combination, a lot of people are good at in combination. So yeah, I'm good.
Love.
But yeah, my brother, you now here's where the fork in the road is. Here's where the fork in the road is. What's up with Jesus Christ stuff, bro? I'm like, I'm thinking you trolling. I'm thinking Los is trolling.
Ain't no troll, man. That's just my belief. You get what I'm saying?
What you believe? You believe Jesus Christ died for us?
Absolutely.
You lying?
Absolutely. That's what I believe. Absolutely.
Look at that, my brother.
100%. I don't listen though. I don't feel that it's wrong to teach our brothers and sisters about what we were learning before Jesus Christ was introduced to us. I don't feel like that's wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. I feel like what's wrong is to downplay somebody else's belief. Like it's okay for you to believe in whatever you believe in, but for me to just publicly say what you believe in is bullshit. That's not the way to go. I don't believe in that. You know what I'm saying? And hold on,
Twork. So when you battle rapping, and you don't believe a nigga built like that, and he talking like he is, you don't challenge that nigga?
Absolutely.
So why we can't do that with religion? Because this is battle rap when it comes to theology, and we have the right to say, yo, I don't believe Jesus built like that. I don't believe God built like that.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I'm saying you can have whatever you want to believe. But me personally, I'm not gonna say what you believe is not true. It's total bullshit. I'm not gonna. That's where we differ. You get what I'm saying? I'm not
Yeah.
saying what you believe in. What I'm here to do is say, you know, as a believer in Christ, I'm here to say, you know what? Jesus Christ is the personal Lord and Savior. I believe that He died for. Listen. I
I'm
believe that
listening.
He died for. Listen, I believe that He died for my sins. You get what I'm saying? I believe there's no way into heaven unless you go through Jesus Christ. That's what I believe. And as long as I listen, but as long as I got that through to you, whatever you choose to do with that information is between you and whoever you serve, and
Yo,
that's on you. That's how. But that's
you
just how I
full
feel.
blown
I'm not gonna.
Christian over what the fuck? You sound like a Christian.
I've been a Christian my whole life. I've been a Christian.
You sound like a Christian.
I
What
am
the hell?
100%. I am 100%. 100%. I might not.
How could your music be so real? And then you believe in this spooky stuff. This son is spooky.
This is the thing.
You know you ain't got no proof of Jesus, my brother. You know that.
If you really pay attention, if you really know New Jersey Twork, like my fans, they know my culture, they know my background, they know where I come from, because I make sure I put that in. I just did a battle called Good versus Evil. You get what I'm saying? I always make sure they know that I come from a spiritual background, and my mom's is a pastor, and that I'm speaking from, you know, a standpoint of what I've been through. You get what I'm saying? Of experience. You get what I'm saying? So like it's different for me where with battle rap, where it's like, okay, oh, you think you could believe in God and talk about this and talk about that and talk about that, but in all reality, this is battle rap. This is not something where I'm really promoting a religion, like, whereas though this is for entertainment. What you do is reality. Battle rap is in all honesty, it's not real. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these niggas was never who they claim to be before they got on the stage. You can get the battle rap and be whoever the fuck you want to be.
I dig it.
In all honesty, you could have been a square in grade school, bullied, stuffed in lockers, but you could rap. And once you got the battle rap, now you this big star, you this person, but that's not who you truly are. So I don't ever really take this shit like that serious. I never really do. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I like exclude that from this. Although I try to instill my belief into it, you know, when I can occasionally, but I never really take that. I never really take that shit, you know, that serious, because like niggas is.
And all respect, a person like me would say much of the same can be said about the religious paradigm, where we could say, well, you know what, a lot of that is not even real, because my brother, this would be what I would ask you as my brother, not to ridicule you. I would ask you this as my brother. What is the answer for the 1,100 plus years we had to endure in the trans-Sub-Saharan slave trade under Arab Muslim imperialism, and then 500 years under the European slave subjugation, racial animus, just straight out brutality against our people? We're looking at almost 2,000 years. Where was Jesus during that? What is the excuse that Jesus has for allowing us to have to go through all of that? Then be here today for everybody to be looking at us like, yo, black people fucked up. But it's like, yo, fam, we only been free technically for 70, 80 years. We've been fucked over for over 1,600 plus on two different continents. You feel what I'm saying? So where was Jesus when that was going on? How can we sit here and be like, yo, how you tell a brother like me to put confidence in him when I personally feel he was not there for us during that whole time? What is this for that?
So like, and so you really gotta ask yourself, like I said earlier in the comments, like, what did Jesus go through within himself? What did he endure? He was beaten, spit on, called blasphemous, nailed to a cross. He went through these type of things as well. Jesus Christ. In my belief, I know you might not believe, but this in my belief, this is what he went through as well. And like I said,
why you believe that? Why you feel like when you
Because
battle
I've
rap, right?
seen it. It's not. And I know you think because, you know, my mom's a pastor, this I was raised on, but that's not it. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen miracles with my
What you
own eyes.
seen, Twork? Come on, brother,
I've
stop this,
seen
man.
demons. I've seen with my own eyes demons cast out of people in the name of Jesus, not in the name of nobody else.
Son is definitely a Christian.
I've seen Christians. I just watched the story of a lady almost in a car accident, and a Christian woman, God stopped her car near death. I've seen it. Like I've seen the works of God. I'm not just going off of and
Twork,
even without seeing.
why only
But listen,
Christians be
even hold
getting
on,
possessed and demonized?
even without seeing it.
Yeah.
If I could, if I call you my homie, say you my homie, right?
Yeah.
And we got a good relationship, but you tell me something that I never seen, nothing. You get what I'm saying? If I consider to you to be a homie or whatever the case, I don't have to see it. I'm gonna believe what you tell me just off. I can't consider myself your friend. You know what I'm saying? I can't consider myself that if you have to show me proof in order for me to believe. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what Christianity is based upon. It's based upon faith, because in all actuality, none of these religions never seen that God. Like you
There
never
you
seen
go.
that.
There you
None
go.
of them.
I
Nobody ever
agree with
seen
that.
that God. Like the God that anybody claims, nobody ever seen him personally. You never
I
had a
agree.
face-to-face encounter with none of your gods. So
True
you
story.
have to go. So at the end of the day, it's all based upon faith. But it's not gonna be easy. If it was easy, everybody would believe it. If I didn't,
What the hell?
it's gonna be harder for me to believe. It's gonna be easy for me to believe in God if I'm not in slavery for 400 years. If I'm not beaten, if I'm not persecuted for believing what I believe in. It's an easy road. Oh, I can get to heaven like this. Oh, that's easy. That's nothing. But the
So
challenge
our
is,
people are impoverished because this is some kind of play that God is making
it's
to
not
test our faith.
it's not a play, but you can't you can't have a relationship with nothing unless it's been tested. Period. Just like you can't have like I seen a blog like with AR, it's you can't your friend for 20 years, y'all never been
Okay.
through nothing. You can call him your friend for 20 years, I never been through nothing. But the
I
day
dig
you
it.
get knocked and go to jail and he snitch on you and you surprised, like, what the fuck? That's because y'all relationship never been tested. You gotta be tested. You gotta be.
I
Job
agree.
was tested. Job in the Bible, he was tested. He had to eat his
Now,
own
now we
shit.
deviating again. Hold on. I agree with
Okay,
what
no,
you're saying.
I'm sorry. But I'm just saying, like, I just feel like it has to. It's gonna be easy for you to believe in something when you haven't been tested. It's gonna
I
be
got
easy.
that part.
That's
I
easy,
totally get what you're
that's
saying.
what I'm not making up an excuse, because you know sometimes
No, I get what you're saying.
I think in myself, like God, this little girl was raped, or God, this little girl was kidnapped. Like, well, how did you allow that to happen? And that's
Good
not a
question.
and in all reality, that's something I can't answer. I'm not God. I'm not God, but I know I got faith in what I believe in, and I know God has answered my own prayers. God, and I'm not praying to this person and that person. I'm praying directly to the person who I believe in, the spirit who
So
I believe in.
how come when people believe in God and I start asking about God, they be telling me how they bear witness to the demons, but they don't be telling me about God. This is why I want to talk to you about. If you was battle
Mhm.
rapping somebody and they was talking about, yo, I bust my hammer here, yo, nigga, you know how you pull up on me and you see what it is, and then sometimes you be like, this nigga going in so much overkill, I don't believe him. Now he's saying all these things,
Right.
but you get this sentiment not to believe. Even though the shit he's saying is so fanatical and it's so out there, we wouldn't give our own brother that level of credibility. We would want him to prove his whole shit. We want to see his strikes. We
Now
probably
I
even
just
G
said
check
that
him,
though. I
right?
just said that.
So what I'm saying is,
I wouldn't consider myself a friend of his if he had to prove that to me.
I totally agree. So that's where I'm going now. When it comes to Christ, how
Mhm.
come we don't put him under the same scrutiny and we just read a story or someone tell us about it? Because like I said in another analogy, if a baby's born, a baby automatically knows where to go to get breastfed. It's a pre-encoded gene. The information
Mhm.
is already stored that upon stimulus of hunger, that child already know what to do. How come we not
Mhm.
already on a religious program? How come Babies are not born and just already, babies are born and they just already don't know the whole scripture. How come they don't already know that shit inside out? But they know how to be breastfed and never been on planet Earth a day in their life.
And even the Bible,
real quick, my brother. How come when we watch a movie, how come Christians are the only ones getting possessed? How come we don't see no Jewish possessions and Muslim possessions? How come every time we see an exorcism or some demonic movies, Christians always the one that's mad lit with this demonic shit? But then we go into other cultures, we go to Hinduism, we go Buddhism, we go to Islam, we go to Judaism. But black Christians, their religion have motherfuckers possessed. What's up with that science right there?
Okay, we're gonna go to kids first.
Yeah.
The Bible says unless you come to the Father as a child, you can't even enter the gates of heaven. And that's saying we exclude children.
Who said this?
I'm telling you what my scripture said. That's all. I ain't coming off.
But who said that? How do you know where that
when I'm telling you as a child, I'm telling you as a child, a child is innocent. I have a daughter. She don't know nothing. So we when we talk about kids, we're talking about you gotta come like a kid. They're innocent. They don't know.
I understand what you're saying.
So they're clear. Like that's not for them. They're not gonna come out. They're not gonna come out. I can tell you Ephesians chapter 9. They're not gonna come out like that. They come out innocent, and that's how you have to be innocent. You have to have that innocence, and still then you as a child to not know of sin, to not to not be of this, to not be secular, to not be worldly. So like with children,
someone got to teach us. Someone got to teach us about God by the time we grow out of the shower.
But you got to be taught about. You got to be taught about anything. And the reason I would say Christians are okay, like you said, Christians become possessed with demons. Okay, a Muslim is not going to be possessed with demons. Hinduism, they're not going to be possessed. They're not. Why bother them? Why bother them? We are, and to be honest, why bother them? Why are we bothering them?
You a slick
the devil feel like
boy.
he already got them. Listen, the devil feel like he already got them. Why is he gonna go and possess them? For what? He got them already. They don't believe in Jesus. They don't believe in Jesus. Why? The devil don't have to attack them. He already got them. They don't believe in Jesus Christ as a personal Lord and Savior. He don't got to attack them. He don't got to possess them. But the person that believe what the truth is, I'm going to attack him. That's why Christians are possessed, because that's what they believe. I believe Jesus is a personal Lord and Savior. Oh, really? Well, let me test you. Let me put you through this. Let me put you through that. That's why Christians are possessed. Why am I going to possess a Muslim man when he believed Jesus to be a prophet? I already got him. He good. I don't need to mess with him. And to answer your question, that's why I feel like if you say, okay, Christians are the ones to be possessed because they believe in Christ. Everybody falls short of sin. That's just what it is.
That's almost a double entendre and a paradox. And it puts me in a conundrum all at the same exact time. That question is almost the answer. What if hold on? Do you agree the white man introduced this information to us? This Bible, at least, did we get the Bible from the white man through slavery?
It had to come from somewhere. Even if it was the white man who introduced, which I can't say I know for sure. I don't know if the white man introduced, but if he did, it had to get introduced some type of way. It don't matter. It don't matter who bought it to you.
Hold on, Twork. Hold on. We got to do this. So you mean to tell me if somebody's whipping my mother out, cutting my father's nuts off, and feeding me shit and not giving me no freedom, and then he turn around and say, yo, you know what? Here's a book for you to read. You're going to tell me it doesn't matter? Because if the book is the Bible, hold on, if the book is the Bible, it doesn't matter if the book is the Bible in this particular instance. If that book is the Bible, we don't question the incentive or the intention of the person giving it to us.
Absolutely, you question it. Absolutely, you question it. I question things as a Christian. Absolutely, you question it. But I like to, like me personally, I like to read. I like Greek mythology and Norse mythology. I know it's not true, but I like to read up on it, and I read
I
it
dig
heavy.
it.
That's the shit I like. I like shit like that.
No problem with that.
Can't, but you can't really knock something, like, it's cliche, but you can't knock something until you try it. If the white man was to bring me the Quran, right, and I read it for myself, if I don't believe in it, I don't have to. If the white man bring me the Bible and I say, I read this for myself, even though it came from the white man, because if the same white man that beat you and cut off your nuts gave you $1 million, you ain't gonna tell him, oh, I don't want that. You beat the shit out of me. I don't want that $1 million. Fuck that $1 million.
I hear you, but we talking about this white man. We talking about this white man that castrated us, that emasculated us,
I got you,
that subjugated us, that
but
colonized us.
I got you.
But if he taught us speaking our own language or reading a book,
I get you. I get what you're saying, but the reasoning of you trying to decline this Bible, trying to say no, I don't want nothing to do with it, is because with the man who what he did to you, he's the one who gave this to you. But the same people that persecuted Jesus, spit on him, he died for them same people.
Maybe he was a sucker. That's what we would say about our own brother. We would say that about our own brother, and you would say that about your brother in the hood. You would say that about your brother. If your brother see you going through, getting into action, and he don't do nothing for you, you would say, yo, that's some sucker shit. You would say that. But when Jesus is involved with some sucker shit, we be like, yo.
But what was the sucker shit that Jesus was involved in?
He's God's only begotten son. You just said he died for the same motherfuckers that was out there trying to kill him, right?
Absolutely.
God is all knowing, right? So he knows what's about to happen no matter what.
Right.
So here's the issue. He knows what's going to happen, and he gives up his only begotten son. His John 3:16. For he so loved the world that he gave up his only begotten son.
Absolutely.
Would you give up your only begotten son if you already knew that people was going to feed him, beat the shit out of him, make him carry his own cross that he's going to be hung on and die on? Would you send your only begotten son like that?
Me personally, no. But I'm not God.
Of course not. Because it wouldn't make no damn sense.
I'm not God.
Only God got the right to make no damn sense.
No, hell no. I'm not letting my son die for no fucking body. No.
Yo,
but
exactly. Exactly.
But I'm not God. I'm not God.
How you know that's God? How you know? Hold on. How you know this white man and say, yo, you know what?
I don't identify God as a white man. I don't identify Jesus
I'm not saying I'm not.
Never. I would never. You will never hear me say Jesus is a white man.
Cool. That's not cipher. I'm good on that. I believe you.
That's not me. I'm not that.
I'm saying. I believe you. This is what I'm saying. How about this white man say, you know what? I don't want a rebellious generation of New Jersey twerks out there who gonna fight for the liberation of our people, who got that aggression, who ain't gonna back down if he feel like we doing the wrong thing. So I gotta find some shit to pacify these niggas, because those type of brothers with the warrior spirit and energy, because I told Kat, I said, yo, I believe this brother's a G. I believe that about you. I believe you got a warrior spirit. That's what I mean by that. So and seeing that, he gotta say, yo, if we get too out of line and we start leaning on these brothers, they're going to rebel because they got that warrior gene in them. So how you know he ain't come up and devise a plan and say, yo, I bet you we could give him this God shit. We could pacify him.
Tell them if they don't line up, they're going to hell. I got you. I get what you're saying. But at the end of the
pulling a jug. He might have did this on purpose.
I get what you're saying. I get it. I 100% get it. I understand that completely. But at the end of the day, you got to come back to faith. That's at the end of the day. You don't have
to have faith in something you don't understand. You got to have faith based on facts and reserve the right until it's proven to believe in it. Like if you there for me through thick and thin 7-10 times in a row, and then it's a stranger here saying, and I got to pick between a stranger and you, I could be wrong, right? But my faith is going to be based on facts, and I'm going to pick you because you was always there for me. And then I reserve the right to be wrong, but I'm going to make an informed decision based on facts. That will establish my faith.
But it's not. But we're not just going off strictly faith. I've seen works And I know people who have seen works in the name
So
of
let's
Jesus.
deal with the elephant in the room.
Okay.
We're not going to prove God exists by talking about the bullshit. Let's talk about the real shit. How on earth, really, the truth, you can honestly say here, you don't know if Jesus really exists. You never spoke with him. You never met him. You never connected with him. You just believe the stories. It's stories.
No. I won't say I can't.
Or
I can't
Jesus
say.
came to you.
I can't say I never connected with Jesus. I can't say
No,
I
have you
never.
talked to Jesus or met him? Do you definitely know you connected?
It's ways that I feel like it's ways that Jesus has spoken to me. If I pray to God, for instance, and this is an example that has really happened. If I pray to Jesus, dear Father God, dear Heavenly Father, you know what, I'm going through this. I need a sign from. I need to know what to do. And I open my book, and it just so happened to land on exactly what I wanted to hear. That's Jesus speaking to me. I don't have to hear his voice. I don't have to literally hear New
How you know that
Jersey
ain't the
twerk,
devil?
New Jersey twerk. I don't have to hear that. That's not what I'm looking for, because 9 out of 10, that's not realistic. Even though there has been some people, there are people that hear God consciously, that hear that voice. Why is it different when people say something told me not to do that, but why are they not identifying what that something was?
Because they don't know what that something is.
Something. So, okay, so why is it that it can't be God? Why is it that you're saying that it's not God? That's not God.
I ain't saying it can't be God. I'm saying it can't be God.
When people say, "Oh, something told me," what is that something? You
calling
it something.
Hold on,
get the credit.
Hold on, goddamn it.
All right. I'm just saying, dog. I'm just saying, bro.
I'm saying you believe in demons, right?
Absolutely.
So if you don't know if it's God, you don't know if it's a demon. So you don't know neither one of the two. It could be a damn demon.
That's for you to tell the difference. You're gonna know. If you're a Christian,
how you gonna know the difference between God and a demon?
You're gonna know. Okay, so why is it, for one, just common sense? Why a demon gonna tell you to do something good? Like why is a imp
to give you? Okay, I'm gonna give you the answer. I'm gonna give you the answer.
Okay.
Because sometimes you got to be real cold with the way you abuse people. So sometimes you got to give them enough truth so you can lure them into the trap so they can stop questioning things. So maybe the damn demon or maybe the white man say, we're going to put X amount of truth here. So because the loving, good brothers and sisters out here, they have an affinity to truth. So we're going to put enough truth in the scripture about the negativity, about the iniquity, so they can buy into the program. And with that small percentage that's a lie, that small percentage is the shit that's going to hoodwink them. That's going to have them bamboozled. Okay, that's going to have them trapped. That's going to have them befuddled. So guess what? A demon will probably come to you and be like, yo, this is a real good thing to do. And you be like, yo, damn. And then he tell you another thing. It's a real good thing. Oh, all of a sudden I got this idea to do something that was positive and everything worked out. And he said, okay, I got him on three tries. Now he believing in me. Now he loving me. And then boom, now he got the drop on you because you lower your guard. And this is the fucking demon the whole time. So my thing is, I just feel we shouldn't assume what a thing is.
But I'm not saying
it's not. I'm not saying it's not, to keep it 1,000 with you. I'm not saying it's not what you say it is. I'm saying if we don't have reason, we don't have no plausible reason to really establish something that is or not, then we just got to call a spade and say, is this a good day or is it bad?
So, but the thing is, the reason I'm not gonna say when I hear that voice, you know what, that's not a good thing to do, and I'm not gonna say, okay, something told me to do that. I'm gonna identify it as God, because I'm gonna be able to decipher between the two. If you stand fast and you believe your word and you read your word, you're gonna be able to decipher between the two. You got the full armor of Christ. You got that damn pack to where the devil come to Jesus and he say, you know what, Jesus? If all you gotta do is bow down to me, and he told him a bunch of good shit. Listen, Jesus, you bow down to me, I'll make you the king of all this shit down here. Like this.
So you believe homosexuality is good? Is the right thing? You think that's of God?
Absolutely not.
Okay,
Absolutely not.
but this my first of all, God knows
Absolutely not.
everything.
Homosexuality is an abomination.
It's an abomination. Okay, so here's the thing, because the
It's an
Bible tell you that
abomination.
God created. You believe God created good and bad and separated night from day and all that stuff that it says in the Bible?
I don't believe God created good and evil. I believe that was
Your Bible say so.
no, it doesn't say that. I believe
It doesn't say that. Okay.
listen, I believe God created free will. And it go back to me saying if it was easy, if we had an easy path to God, anybody would do it. You as a man, right? You as a man, you would want a woman that's gonna love you for you. She wanna love you for you, not because there's no other options.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? If there's other options of men and you're the one that she chooses, it means more. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
It means way more. So God don't want you to love him because it's only good. That's the only thing you know. What good is that? God created free will. Adam and Eve are the ones who made that conscious decision.
Now watch this.
To defy God. And I believe God created day and night, but at the end of the day, he created free will. There's free will. He allowed free will to happen for you to be able to choose good and evil.
Watch this.
Because if it was only good, that's the only thing you would know.
I got you. Now watch this, my brother. We're going to go Isaiah chapter 45, verse 7. King James Version, very popular version. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. So watch this. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. So God created homos. If you think homosexuality is an abomination, God created that. So how you gonna get mad at it? How you gonna think something's wrong with homosexuals if God created it? And because he created good and he created evil. He created the molester. He created everything that you think.
You breaking up, bro. Say it again.
Huh? What you say, brother?
I said you breaking up. Say it again. Say it again.
Oh shit! Hold on, my bad. I said God created according to him. He boasting about this shit. He said, "And create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things." He said, "I make peace and create evil." So if God is out here making evil, he created the very reason why his son would get bodied. It ain't that that's some free will that black people or white people are using or Asian people are using. God created the bullshit in the first place, and then he creates a hell for you. God creates the evil, and then he tell you that it's sin. This nigga's the one fucking
But the thing is, if what people do is they read and make their own interpretation of things. Listen, this is what they do. Just like when God says, come to church. Listen, I'm gonna use an example.
I'm still fucking with your battle rap, bro. I don't care what you telling me today.
We just having a simple debate, whatever you want to call it.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, I'm just saying, no matter what we disagree with, you still in my top 5. I don't give a damn.
Absolutely, and it's no hard. You know what I'm saying? This is what I believe in. So just like a scripture like that, right? It's a scripture where it say, "Come as you are," and people interpret that as their own belief. Like, okay, I can come to church with baggy jeans and this and that, but if that's not what they're saying. It's saying come to the church sinful, full of, so you can be delivered. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's saying. So even in that scripture where it say God created evil, as a Christian, you're not a Christian, but who would you say is evil? Who would be evil in that sense? And
the slave master.
Who is
the
evil?
slave master? The slave master.
Okay.
He's evil.
Okay.
The one that gave us the Bible.
Even if you say this, I would say Satan is evil, which God created. God created Lucifer, but he didn't create him in an evil form. He decided himself.
Christian, man.
He decided himself. God created Satan is evil. God created God created Jeffrey Dahmer. He didn't create him to be the man that he is, but he created him, right? But he
His mama
decided
created
himself.
him.
But he decided himself that he was going to be evil. God created man. He didn't create them evil. He created them. They were born as a child with innocence, not knowing of any of this. But they decided themselves that they were going to be evil. He just gave you the option to be good or evil with free will. There's a lot of evil people in this world that God created.
That's
that
a fact.
went up and decided they chose their own lane. God just gave you free will. Just because he said, I created evil, he created Lucifer. Lucifer is God's creation. He is the father of all wickedness.
Twork, we both agree that God is supposed to be all-knowing, omnipotent,
Absolutely.
omnipresent.
Absolutely.
Now hold on, Twork. This is what I'm saying, why we got to ask, what's this doctrine about? Now, look at this one. These are all the little tricky shits that they don't want to talk to you about. So look, Genesis 6:6, it says, and it repented the Lord. The word repented is Hebrew for nacham, which means regret. Okay? Made an error, made a mistake. It says, and it repented the Lord. It is synonymous with he or she in Proto-Semitic languages. It's a fact. They just put that there in translation. It could be he, she, or it. So, and he repented the Lord, or the Lord repented that he had made man on earth, and it grieved him at his heart. So hold on. God regretted that he made man. This is our all-knowing God. How the hell can he regret creating man if he already knew everything since the beginning of time before it even happened? It says he regretted that he made man. It repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. So God is even sad about something he already knew was going to happen. You know what God just said? Yo, my brother.
That's simple, bro. That's simple, bro.
God said, son, the condom bust, I never really planned to make you. I tried to get your moms to get an abortion so I could become
That's not what that is. That's not what that is. That's not what that is. That's simple, bro. That's simple. That's simple. If as a man, I'm not God, but as a man,
I wish you wasn't born.
I'm telling you, bro, that's simple. That's literally not. If I'm as a man, right? I'm as a man, I know the consequences of going in a house in home invasion, sticking everybody up, robbing the place. I want to get away. I know the consequences. Once I go in that house,
one of my favorite rappers. He's diehard Christian.
And I go to prison for life. I'm gonna be in prison regretting the shit that I knew what was gonna happen. That's not like that's nothing.
Yo, you know what? I think that Christian shit, that Christian thought process is probably what make you so slick with your rapping.
I'm on it, bro. I'm on it, bro. I'm on it, bro. But that's literally that's nothing, bro. Like it's okay. God created man. He knew what was gonna happen. But but it's different. It's different knowing what's gonna happen and then actually dealing with it. Okay, I created man.
God,
I knew it. Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We are created in God's image. The way we feel, God has them.
Don't do that.
The way we feel, I'm not talking about everything, but some of the things God has instilled in us. All emotion, God has this. That the Bible says God is a jealous God. Where do we get that from?
In Exodus chapter 20, verse 5.
These are things that have been instilled in us from our Father. So
just as we make decisions that we know the outcome of, and once we face the outcome, we regret it. Where we get that from? It's nothing wrong with that. God created man. He knew what was gonna happen, but being a witness to it is like, dang. Like, look at these people. Look at these people. Look at my creation that I made to love me. Look at these people. So look.
And then he wiped their ass right on out.
So look, God is the heavenly Father, right? So imagine your earthly father being like, damn, bro, I fucking regret making your ass shit. I ain't know you. You know how crazy that sounds, bro. So now I'm saying the heavenly Father is just like, look at this nigga, man. This nigga's nuts.
Hey, yo, it's crazy, and it's like It's crazy, but although it's not, I don't have the answer to
No
everything.
doubt,
I
no
don't.
doubt, my brother.
I don't have the answer to everything, and
No
it
doubt, no
sounds
doubt,
crazy. I got you, but
no
at the
doubt.
end of the day, like this my belief, man. This is what I believe in, and I don't
I ain't tripping.
I don't knock what you believe in, bro. And I appreciate you. One thing I definitely appreciate within Brother Polight is waking our black people up.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate that, man.
Without like you, I appreciate you waking us up to,
Man,
to explore new things. Like,
I
you get what I'm
appreciate your
saying?
talent, man, because I can tell how
Absolutely.
intelligent a person is by the way they use those words. And you be
Word,
doing some slick shit with them words, man. I
word.
love what you do, my brother. You
I appreciate it,
extremely
man.
talented, King.
I
Extremely
appreciate it,
talented,
big
man.
bro.
I hope you write for a TV show or something, or put some music somewhere in the industry and
Word.
slip powerful notes in there and make people think. Because I don't just like people rap cat and bat and hat.
Yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah, yeah.
saying?
Me neither. Me neither. Me neither.
Yeah, I like when you do some shit where it make me like, yo, what the fuck? And then I gotta go
Word up.
back and be like, yo, he just said two different things, two different ways in one way. That shit, I'm with that shit 1,000%, bro.
That's
That's why I
love,
like,
OG.
some people just hear the message and be like, sometimes it's violent and this, that, and the third. But
Yeah.
it's just the savvy behind it that had me listening. I'm like, yo, y'all brothers is really on another level with that. But
That's love, OG. I
yo,
appreciate it, man.
who you think about battling next while we on the subject before we get up out of here?
It's a couple dudes, man. I'm looking at dudes like Hitman Holla, Twork, Hollow the
Hitman might
Don,
be a good one just because of
Yeah.
he got a great stage presence when he does
Yeah,
his
nah,
shit.
he that's what he, he's striving at. Like, that's what he's nice with. So, and I do the same thing. So, I think that'll be a crazy class. So, I'm definitely looking forward to when
Who
this
else you
whole
mentioned? You mentioned Hitman and
Twork,
who else?
Twork, Hollow the Don, dudes like that.
Hollow, that's my man.
Yeah,
That'd be
man. That's my
that
dog.
might
That's
be
my
an
dog.
intense situation because
That's my dog.
he could rebuttal straight off the hip and say something
That's a
good. His
fact.
rebuttal shit is crazy, and
That's a
he
fact.
got a lot of comedy essence into his shit too.
Word
You know
up,
what I'm
word
saying?
up, word
So
up.
that's styles make fights.
That's
That
a
would be
fact,
interesting
man.
because y'all two don't seem similar at all.
So you gotta pull up to one of these things, man.
Yo, I be pulling up a couple times, but I'm definitely gonna be there. I'll be there.
Word up.
Smack and Beasley, they moderated one of my debates that I did against
Oh, word.
A Jew from Israel came to debate me, and Smack and
Okay.
them was the moderators. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
word. I wasn't.
Yeah,
I'm
yes,
not in the loop, man. I ain't even
yeah,
know. I'm not in the loop.
yeah, man.
No,
DM me your jack when you done, man. I'm sending you my jack. And
no
just build,
more.
man. But that's a positive build, man. Thank you for even sharing your
Word.
perspective, because a lot of cats
Absolutely.
stand on something, but then they don't want to be in the public standing on what they stand on. So I just respect the
Absolutely.
fact that you stand on your shit and you kick
Absolutely.
it, man. I appreciate that,
Absolutely.
brother.
That's love, OG. I appreciate it, man.
Man, thank you, King. You're a powerful brother, my brother. For
Gangster,
real,
man.
man.
That's
Don't let
love.
nobody lie to you.
You already know.
All right, peace to the King. Yeah, that's my man, man. He's cool. Nah, Twork is nice, man. I like Twork, man. Like I said, he got bars, but he also got a stage presence that be having me like he be having me amped up when I'm about to watch it. I'm waiting to see what he gonna say, and then I see his influence in a lot of other people. Yeah, so I love what he do with the rap. I like what a lot of those brothers do. You know what I'm saying? I like them for different reasons, but I like Twork because Twork got a combination of things that make him add up to a powerful battle rapper. Yeah, Twork probably got the strap on him, believing in Christ. Somebody pull up on his ass. he gonna clap a nigga in the name of Christ. Yo, that was intense for me, man. I just never sit here and think that my brothers is believing these things. I might have to get back on here and see what my man Los is saying, man. Man, I might have to get back on here. Damn, I didn't expect that. Nah, he's a good brother, man. You could tell, and he's also intelligent, man. Yeah, I rock with Twork, man. He's a good brother, man. Read that. We joking, we playing, and we building, and that's how it should be. You should be able to have powerful brothers aggressive brothers be able to build about religion and it still be peace. So I think that was good. Okay, you want to ask me something? Make sure. Don't duck and hide. You saying you want to ask me something? Come on, Mercedes. Don't duck and hide.
No, I ain't hiding. You talking about something I'm very passionate about. I just had a couple of different questions because, I mean, you were putting out Bible quotes and asking questions to him, and I felt like I had some insight that I wanted to definitely share.
Let's do it.
One for the greater part, of course, would be when you were saying that he regretted making man, like he stated, our emotions came from the one and only. You understand what I'm saying? We were created in his image, and in that he installed in us things that are of him. You know, some people go back and forth whether God is him or her. I've heard God is a her, but overall,
my God is a her.
I can't deny God based off of my own experiences, and I've been an individual that's been blessed to be able to read the Bible from front to back. But before I read the Bible, I pray over it as the sacred thing that it is. And I ask for discernment and, you know, guidance. Whatever he wants to teach me, I ask for that, you know.
Hey, DayLyt, pardon me real quick, sister. DayLyt, you know, I'm coming at you next, my brother. When I'm coming at you next. Go ahead, sister. I just wanted my brother to know I got him next.
Okay. So, I understand that a lot of individuals, especially in the African American community, have been taught that the Bible has been rewritten so many times and it's non-factual and everything like that because the Romans got their hands on it and so on and so forth. But at the same given time, in fact, when you're dealing with a higher power, you get what I'm saying? Can nothing...
All that, sister. Hold on, sister. Hold on.
Go ahead.
I'm not about to let you go ahead and do this now about some intervention. Hold on. This calls for some intervention, my sister. I love you.
Intervention. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so hold on. Is the Bible missing books?
Of course it is.
Of course.
Excuse me, I'm not going to say but because anything after but is bullshit. However, do you feel as though that it's for our own beneficiary? Because look at the damage that we do to one another with just objects that we have created. Imagine if we were able to use the full capacity of our brain and able to do the things that we were designed to do. You understand what I'm saying? What does that got to do
with the missing books?
It's got a lot to do with the missing books. The missing books is missing history based off of African Americans, because when you read that Bible, that is our history. And I don't care what no one says. That's part of our history.
Okay, so listen to this.
All the way back to Egypt and everything. And when you get that full understanding, again, if you try to read that Bible without praying over it as a sacred thing that it is, you're not going to understand it. Because I tried to read the Bible without praying over it, and I couldn't understand it.
Where does it say you got to pray over the Bible in order to understand it? 1, 2, we still need to know about these missing books.
It does not say that you have to pray over the Bible to understand it. However, when I personally, and I can only speak off of my personal experience, when I try to read the Bible front to back without praying over it, it was a bunch of mumbo jumbo. When I prayed over it before I opened it and asked for the understanding and the lessons and everything like that, it made sense to me. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I don't. But
no. Okay, so let me ask you a question. Where do you get your guidance from? A higher power, correct?
I get my guidance from math and science, sister, and common sense.
Math and
science.
Living on
planet Earth through
so you're telling me that 2 atoms came together and created this whole world. That's what you're telling me?
I'm not even telling you that. I'm not going to say 2 atoms came together. And
so what happened? Because that was the scientific theory.
I don't know nothing about that. I know about plasma fields, and electricity is always accompanied by magnetism in order to create the plasma that precipitates matter.
Everything is based off of energy.
I know waves of energy precipitate or turn into particles of existence upon observation, which gives many people the idea that maybe this is a simulation, because photons or light behaves differently in the dark than it does in the light when being observed. These are things that tests have been ran. But anyway, so we don't get too deep into that. I just want.
No, I mean, look, this is what we're here for, right? To educate one another.
But what I don't, I know you're slick just like my brother, and that's a
I'm
credit.
not
That's a
slick.
credit to
I'm
your
not slick.
intelligence.
I'm being straightforward.
It's a credit to your intelligence. So I'm not gonna let you move around the way you're trying to move. We gonna do this right.
Look,
You
I'm
got
just
some
trying.
wiggle.
I'm trying to understand.
If this was
All I'm
dancing, your
trying to do
wordplay
is
would be
trying to
perfect.
understand you and where you come from. You understand what I'm
I
saying?
got you.
Everyone has their point of view. You get what I'm saying? Me
That's true.
personally, I've had my own thing where I've died, and I've had that conversation with the Lord, and that's why I'm
Come
so
on,
strong
sister.
in my faith. And you look at me like that, but the crazy part is there's other people that have died that I don't know that have came up with similar stories. You get what I'm saying? So
I hear
for
you. I mean,
all of us,
almost dying is a traumatic experience. I
no, I
almost
died,
died too.
sweetheart. I died. I didn't almost die. I died.
If you died, you wouldn't be here.
That's not true because people come back to life.
Oh,
And that's been something
you
that's been
you had a
observed.
resurrection too?
I've had a resurrection. I mean, if that's what you want to call it.
I mean, you died and came
However,
back to life. That's a resurrection. You was resurrected. In the
I
hospital,
was
was
sent back.
resurrected?
I was sent back, yes. The Lord sent me back, and that's what he said out of his mouth. He said, you have to go back because your work is not done yet. And that's the conversation that I had with God.
So how come he ain't sent back Malcolm X? His work was done? How come he ain't sent back Dr. King? His work was done?
I'm not God himself, so I can't tell you that answer. However,
But he sent you
God,
back.
every day that there's people that are born, correct?
Yes, this is a fact.
So people have said for so many years, that they believe in reincarnation and so on and so forth. I'm not saying that may be the factor. All I'm saying is I know that people have their own beliefs. I believe in whatever God has exposed to me. You get what I'm saying?
I want all the smoke with what you're talking about. The first thing I want to do.
Okay, so my belief is.
The first thing I want to do is this.
Okay.
Would you purposely spend your money on a movie? Invest. Let's say invest. Would you purposely invest into going to a movie and intentionally miss the first hour of the movie?
No.
Is this if your TV show's coming on that you really interested in, would you go and watch that TV show 20 minutes? It's a 30-minute show. 20 minutes into the show with the intention to go around and tell other people about the last 10 minutes as if it's the whole show?
So what you're saying is I don't know the full story, and because I don't know the full story.
Go ahead, keep going. We both know where I'm going with this. If the Bible's missing books,
I definitely do.
If the Bible,
because the Bible is not fully completed for quote unquote. This is my words coming out of my mouth.
Yes.
Possibly for mankind's own good.
You know the
you
fact.
Understand? Like I feel like look. No.
The white man decided
we won't go back and forth. I'm gonna give you your time to talk, and I'm gonna talk. Okay, right, so good. You want to talk right now? Or you want me to talk?
But go ahead. I'll let you play the part.
I feel like everything that like movies and shit like that, like dinosaurs, The Little Mermaid, all that shit, like all has some truth to it, especially the Avatar. You get what I'm saying? There's not a fucking reason why you have signs and shit like that. And I'm a very strong believer in if we were able to, tap into use our full capacity of our brain, our birth signs would be the element that we would be able to control. And of course, I feel like parts of that are missing would be the key to be able to direct us into that stage. You get what I'm saying? Not just that, but it would be the fucking eye opener for our kind. You have fucking years of history on white people because they literally took over our land and made it their own. But when you try to research black people, the most that you're going to get is the Bible itself. Because every other fucking thing that they want to teach us is black people, our history started from slavery. And that's not a fact. You get what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
They conditioned us to not only hate our own kind, but to hate our fucking children and beat our own kind into submissiveness.
The sister.
They did that. They programmed us.
Sister.
From slavery.
I got
Am
you.
I lying? Am I lying?
I agree with you. I agree with you.
So when they took our history and they took us out of Jerusalem and all that other shit, and then they put the white people up in Jerusalem to portray as Jews, which they are not, and I don't give a fuck who feels some type of way about that, because I learned that reading the Bible itself. They took away our history. They took away a piece of us and implemented themselves in everything, even in Egyptian hieroglyphics. You can tell the difference between what was originally written and what fucking came thousands of years later when they try to implement themselves.
I got all of that. I'm with you with that. So watch this.
Okay.
Watch this.
I'm watching. Go ahead.
So the Bible wasn't completed because, oh, hold on. The Bible is not complete because if some of those parts are there, we would probably use it to injure each other or hurt each other, or it's so powerful that we have to have it incomplete.
Yes.
So why would God complete a book only for us to get it incomplete, for us to live by it? How do you know for sure that the books that's missing are not the books that were revealed to us? Yo, you thought that was the God? Yo, plot twist. The God you worshiping is the devil. You don't even know the plot twist because the books aren't there. So now hold on. This is another thing.
No.
Hold on, real quick. Hold on.
Go ahead.
You saying that this is a commission made by God for all these books not to be here. But at the end of the day, the Vatican The Vatican has decided what books black people and white people alike will be able
to read.
First off,
wait, time out right there. Because what they've conditioned the black people to do is turn away from the Bible so they won't read the word. And they've taken full advantage of the word.
Yo, sister, listen, hold on.
Am I lying? And that's exactly what they want you to do. They want you to doubt the word. So that way you won't live in the word and you can't receive his blessings.
Sister, we gotta stop.
That's exactly what they want you to do.
This is getting ridiculous. Hold on, sister. I love your vibe.
Okay.
You're wasting your intelligence on this weird stuff. We gotta slow down. This is going too far and it's getting out of control. It's getting out of hand. We don't read. We don't turn around and purposely miss portions of. Like, are you Christian?
I'm spiritual.
You're spiritual. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. You're spiritual and you adhere to the Bible. Okay, so if we get more books, it gets risky and tricky if we get more of the full story. We need part of the story. So now when the Christians have 66 books in the Bible, mm-hmm. and the Roman Catholics are in the 70s, are the Roman Catholics more likely to be on that bullshit because they're in the danger zone because they got more books than the Christians, King James Bible that has 66. Are they in the danger zone? Or are the Christians kind of numb because they got too little amount and the amount that you're saying is too much is not in the 70s, it's probably in the 80s. How do we make sense of this? Because the Bible don't tell us, and yo, I will make this book incomplete. So when you worship me, make sure it's not a bunch of books. Because if you get the complete shit, it's dangerous. I know God ain't write no book for us to purposely make it incomplete. But according to you, the more books we get, the more dangerous it gets. So how dangerous does dangerous get when it comes to this Bible being completed? Are the Roman Catholics playing with fire because they got more books than the Christians? That's what I need to know.
From my belief, the more knowledge, like the Bible says, knowledge can be used for good or evil. And with that being said, the more knowledge that you get, you know what I'm saying, you're capable of using. So if you have the knowledge of being able to airbend or some shit like that, you get what I'm saying, you can cause a fucking tornado. You get what I'm saying? Like the government does. Like you have the capability now to do the shit that the government has been doing for fucking years and centuries. You get what I'm saying? So it's a tool to control, but it's also a tool to be able to maintain the foundation that they've built, from my understanding.
Okay. I can't knock your understanding. This you're right.
I'm trying to get to your understanding. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, we having this conversation, because this is all learning.
Sister, let me get my brother DayLyt on. Send me a DM and let's have a good conversation where I ain't gotta rush you off, so we can have a good build. You can ask me your questions. I want to keep building with you so we can get to the bottom of this. And it's also a great experience for other brothers and sisters, because you know the good vibe is we're not arguing, we having a good time, we smiling, so we can get a lot covered when we have that type of energy. So you're the perfect person for me to build with. So I appreciate your time and your energy. If you're free tomorrow, just send me a DM and let's do this and let's just build. That's all. Just build, and then I'll bring people in so they can chime in on it. But I thank you. What's your name, sister?
Mercedes.
Mercedes. Okay. Jesus like Mercedes. I'm sure he like that. If he was around right now, he like a Benz, right? That wouldn't be wrong.
Look, he created me in his image, so.
I hear that. I know Jesus wakes you up every morning, right? He's the reason. He's the light of the way.
Okay. It's not science.
I damn sure ain't. All right, sister, I'm going to talk to you. Reach out to me. I'm looking for it. Peace.
Thanks.
DayLyt, where you at? Where you at, DayLyt? Type something in, brother, so I can bring you in here. Put in a request or something. Yo, I didn't know it get deep like this. My people tripping. Where you at, Day? Let me see if I can reach out to him. Oh, there you go. Go live. You see, I really was looking to connect with Dave off the rip. Man, we out here tonight. This shit is like got me spooked the fuck out. My people really. Yeah. Yo. And they say you crazy, Dave.
Yo. Go. Yo.
What's up, Dave? Peace to you, King. Let there be two lights. We got two lights on now.
Yo, hey. Hey, somebody tell Cardi C. Cardi C was wilding. Yo. Hey.
Yo, what you think about your brother Twork? Did you know he was Christian like that?
Yeah, that's how he win. Only a nigga with Jesus on his side can get out that many losses.
That shit had me shocked. He went in his Christian bag on me. He was starting to do those things that Christians do when you be asking questions. Twork is slick nigga though.
You ain't no Christian. You ain't no Twork the fifth horseman. He was Saga and all them niggas on the low. You didn't know that?
I gotta get Saga on here, man.
Yo,
Saga probably started this shit.
Hey, real shit. That's what's going on through girls' mind in the world. Like that was kind of spooky. That's kind of spooky. That's my first time ever seeing a conscious ghost. Like
Yo. Oh my gosh, I didn't know it gets this deep. I didn't know it gets. Every time I think it can't get no deeper. I always hear something I ain't never heard before. Like, whoa, okay.
Yo, hey, my thing is, you know, with me being like the battle MC that I am, and the things that I study, which is specifically language in general, I've learned on a large scale that 99.9% of the general public will never be able to even process the Bible. They don't understand etymology. That's a word that don't even exist in majority of people's vocabulary.
You talking that?
They don't understand etymology. They don't understand syntax. They don't even understand the Bible clearly says written in allegory. They don't even understand what allegory means. It's so many ways to perceive this shit that they'll like, all right, I'm gonna put it like this. People be like, yo, DayLyt is one of the best writers in the world, or Lupe or Black Thought. Like, no, Shakespeare and all them niggas is some of the greatest writers in the world. And these niggas got bars, my nigga. When I tell you they got quintuplet entendres in this motherfucking book.
Facts.
So it's
Cats be interpreting the same line 30 ways. You know what's wild? Like Christians don't realize at a moment's notice that they make up random shit that has never been written ever on planet Earth. It's never been written on planet Earth ever. and they say it and they shoot from the hip, and you be like, yo, what the? Now I know you don't even have to read it to know that shit ain't in there. That's some, like God is telling you, don't complete the book. Take books out because it's too dangerous. So God wrote a complete book and said, oh no, this shit dangerous. I need this white man to come start stripping some of the pages down because you want to start airbending and shit. Like, yo, hold on.
Yo,
this is getting ridiculous.
Yo, motherfucker told me Jesus died for our sins, but didn't die.
Yo, that's a powerful perspective, son. I ain't gonna front. The nigga died for our sins and then says, psych, I lied.
Jesus is Charlie Clips, my nigga. And we all trying to guess what church he in, my nigga. We don't know.
Yo, he died for your sins, and then the plot twist was he got resurrected.
No. But this is my thing, right? So people say like Jesus is God, right? So, all right. So look, I just tell everybody this. All right. So Jesus is God, like he's the same thing. So God was randomly walking through earth and seeing a girl and was like, you know what? I'm gonna go inside this girl's belly, and then come out of her coochie as a baby, then grow up as a baby man, and then grow up as a man, and then get killed and fake like it hurt because it clearly didn't hurt. This is a nigga. This is a nigga who was turning water into wine, who was fixing blind niggas' legs and all that. So
walked on water. So clearly, when he was multiplied loaves of bread and fish,
this
killed
nigga
people with his hands.
He had the same power as Ryu and Ken, my nigga. He could have been throwing Hadoukens and all type of shit, right? Yo, this nigga got on the cross and faked like it was hurting. It clearly wasn't hurting. He was faking. And when everybody left him right there dead, he was like, coast is clear. All right, I'm back to heaven, G. All right.
He washed up, put on some new clothes, came back, and niggas was like, yo, that's you. He's in the garden. His other whiz was like, yo. He was like, shh, keep it on the low. Because when I pull up on these niggas, I'm going to tell them I resurrected.
Yo. To me, I'm going to be honest with you. The Bible is one of the greatest movies I've ever read. Like, just reading it from like film.
That's true story.
Like, reading it from a visual perspective. Like, okay, like niggas just walking in the desert for like 40 days. Like, no food.
Look at this sucker ass shit. This dude's like, y'all niggas are wicked. Listen to this sucker shit.
No.
What's wicked is believing in this weirdo shit.
No. Look, you got to understand. The Bible itself is based on knowledge being forbidden.
It's a Stephen King book.
That's literally what it is. So the Bible pretty much tells these niggas it's actually evil to be smart.
Yo, we need the pages out of the book because the more you read, the more likely something bad is going to happen. She literally said, it's just, no, we have to take it out because it's you just don't know what to do with that much knowledge. Because remember what knowledge was in the Garden of Eden. I'm like, yo, hold the fuck up. Now we are afraid of knowledge. This is getting ridiculous.
But check this.
But we're wicked though.
Even going back to the Garden of Eden, right? So God created this garden, this magical garden, and one of the trees had all the knowledge. So that tree was like Google, like it was like a Google tree, It
was a Google tree. There was Google, and God said, "Yo, we don't want you accessing the internet not for another 2,000 years."
It was a Google tree. All right, but God created all this shit in the world, but he ain't create no security cameras, right? So the devil just snuck in the Garden of Eden. Like, we don't know how he got in there. Was the gate open? Did he hit the locks in the back gate? Or how did he even get in the Garden of Eden? All right, but for the most part, why would you even, all right, so Adam and Eve was technically like cavemen, right? Like, they wasn't fully smart all the way, like fully functional humans. So you told actually probably one of the first humans in the world that still don't really understand how to make fire from wood. You told a fucking caveman, don't listen to the devil. My nigga, this nigga half God. Nigga, what do you expect? This nigga
What do you
literally,
expect?
what? This nigga is almost as strong as you, and you can tell a caveman not to listen to him. Man, that nigga went in there and gave them all the knowledge. And the fucked up part about it is like going back to old girl. That was the first time I've ever seen somebody believe in Christianity but couldn't get her point across.
Yo, listen.
And that's a bar in itself because she believed in the cross figure but couldn't get the point across. But on the flip side,
Nigga, still on the job. You still on the job. Take a day off, nigga. You still on the case. Take a day off.
Yeah, that's fire, yo. Don't get me started. But yeah, so to me, I just go to one passage in the Bible for the women, you know, and I told 40 bars the same shit. Did you read Timothy? Because somehow all the women normally skip over that page where they say the girls can't teach and all that stuff. How do you feel about it? Yeah.
Women are interesting when it comes to scripture because they want to be independent, and a man can't tell them nothing. But then the Bible's telling them the head of Christ is man, and the head of man is Christ, and the head of woman is man. Up until the point this white man gives them some opportunities on planet Earth, they don't want to hear none of that shit. So it's just interesting. You know, they're not supposed to be teaching and talking according to these Israelites, but you know. They omit that shit for where it's convenient. It's a convenient book because you know what? I could say turn the other cheek. And that's going to appeal to a group of niggas who ask. Then we can say eye for eye. And that's going to appeal to niggas who bust their gun. So when we wonder why there's so many different sects and religions, they got the most amazing marketing book. Because look, if you love the world, he who loves the world doesn't have the love of the Father in him. But in another conversation in the Bible, God so loved the world that he gave up his only begotten son. So here we go again, talking to everybody at the same damn time. So that's why everybody fuck with the Bible, because there's something in there that DayLyt like. There's something in there it's speaking to all of us. And then when we meet with each other, we be like, nah, my nigga, I could smack the shit out of you. Well, if you do, I'm going to turn the other cheek. We're compatible. So you got the niggas walking around like Grand Theft Auto That's what the Bible is. You got niggas walking around whose whole destiny is based on dodging the car or getting hit by the car. That's their only fucking universe. And that's how the Bible is. You either going to get smacked the shit out of and accept it, or you're going to be doing the smacking. And that's just the way the Bible works. And every now and then you got a superhero called the prophet. You know, and then you got the other niggas who just play the game, not even with the intention to beat it. They just jump in the cars and do drive-bys all fucking day. That's how life is. That's what God created. Grand Theft Auto.
Yo,
you know
I swear.
So one just got to just ask himself, are you the nigga that randomly walks to say, hey, you almost hit me by the car? Or are you the nigga that just gets hit by the car? Are you the one that just does drive-bys for no fucking reason? Or you want to try to actually beat the game? You know what I'm saying? Like, and everyone wants to kill you when you attempt to beat the game. Because now they snipers. Everyone knows when you want to beat the game, them niggas convince you to just do bullshit every time you play. Like after you get your ass kicked X amount of times, yo, this board is ridiculous. I'm just gonna play Grand Theft. For what? What are you doing? I'm just gonna run over them niggas. There's people in this game that's just designed for you to fucking run over. And that's what people do. That's how people live in their life. Like Grand Theft Auto. Life has fucked them up so much believing in God that now they just drive around and run niggas over who unsuspecting. Like that's just how this shit is.
No, it's to me, the fact that there's people like Cardi C or Felicia or whatever you want to call it, but the fact that there's people in the world with that mentality is spooky. Because it's like you're like a tad bit away from woke, but then your entire woke observation is based on the belief system.
So all I hear is once I start hearing all that biblical shit, you might as well just put a sheet over your head and call yourself a damn spook or some shit.
No, nigga, she told you she was a ghost, my nigga. She said it out her own mouth. Yo, all right. So my thing is, we need to keep in contact with her because evidently she's more important than every leader we ever had.
First of all,
God,
she resurrected and then didn't want to admit it. She didn't want to admit the fact she died and she came back. So only her and Jesus really put that work in.
yo,
See, people don't know the difference between going brain dead and heart dead.
yeah,
You could be brain dead and still be alive. You go heart dead, you actually die. That tells you how
yeah,
powerful the heart really is and where your consciousness is really at.
yeah. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, I kind of been moving like that, like with like a lot of heart and a lot of passion, kind of like judging the vibes based on life. But I've learned over many years and just dealing with like I said, language and dealing with spells and dealing with curses and all that shit over the many years of me studying language. I just realized what it is, bro. That book in general, for people like us and people like them, like we're gonna interpret it in the ways we need to interpret it, and they're gonna interpret it in the ways. This is, like you said, it's like a quadruple entendre. Everybody reading it gonna interpret it a completely different way. And I notice everybody who are hardcore believers, they normally refer to a life or death experience when it comes to that. Like, oh, something happened to me and I seen the Lord or I seen faith. I tell people this all the time. I've been shot 7 times. I've been shot 7 times, ground flatlined. And I'm going to tell you this with all my heart. When I was laying there and they said, walk into the white light, I went the other way. I'm not going nowhere with the white at. I'm good. All the shit I seen God do, I'm not going. I'm sorry. You can call me what you want to call me. I'm not going. Any nigga told me, I'm never going to flood the earth again. And I'll skip a few pages and the earth is flooded again. I said, you know what? I'm going to take my chances with going back the other way. And I kind of walked back.
The other way. I'm gonna take my chances.
I don't know if I should go up here with you, dog. You got this. You know what? So I came to this final conclusion. I came to a final conclusion that I believe God is like a spoiled, like 12-year-old kid. You know them kids that be on the headset that just say anything in Call of Duty. I believe God is like
anything.
I believe God is a spoiled kid from a galactical universe.
You might be on to something, King.
No, he might be a spoiled kid from like a far away universe, and we're inside his video game, dog, and he just do whatever the fuck he want, however he want. He put cheat codes in for certain people. Some people born with low health, like niggas born 50% health and shit. Like, damn, nigga, you can't even play the game of life fully fair. Like, so one thing I do know is the nigga created us in general with like extra powers. So I'm gonna tell you this, and I always want to say this to your follower and the rest of the world. For a long time, I used to be mad at slavery. I used to be mad. I used to be pissed. Like, oh, these niggas damaged us. It's pissed.
Yeah.
And then after a while, I start accepting it. I started to go, you know what? We needed that shit. And here go my crazy theory. We needed it. Because I'm going to be honest with you, P. We already overpowerful. It's not fair to be black, bro. Like, on some real shit. And I say this because when I go play basketball in Orange County, it's literally not fair. Like,
this nigga's sick.
yo, it's not. It's
literally not fair.
No, we're just talking about being black.
So you broke a nigga ankles and you thought about it in retrospect, like slavery had to happen.
My nigga, we was too overpowerful, dog.
It's only right. After you hit him, it's like it's only right. Now it's starting to come to me.
Yo, it's only right, my nigga, because like, all right. So put yourself in this position, right? Because I'm telling you this because one of my white boys that I hoop with told me this. So I want you to put yourself in this. We always talk about white people. We never put ourselves in the position of a white man. Imagine going to a gym and working out as hard as you can. Like, I'm talking about the best you can. Like, you got all the trainers and all that. And no matter what, it's a nigga in the gym that never worked out a day in his life, and he's still better than you. Just for being black.
That's some real shit.
Yo, how does
That's
it
enough
feel?
to make you say, yo, these niggas need to be racially profiled or something.
nigga, yo, P, we already overpowerful. Yo, I know niggas who walk in the son. Me and you don't never work out. We still good, bro.
You already. Niggas dropped out of school. I know I dropped out. You finished school?
Nigga, hell no, nigga, fuck that. Nigga, I'm a god out here. Yo, nah, niggas is really overpowerful, like by default, my nigga, just naturally, just being the average black man. Like, I used to wonder why people look at us terrified, or people look at us like people look at us with that inferior complex. Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, nigga, you supposed to, nigga, like we're really overpowerful by default. Like, so whenever
And that's why I was telling New Jersey Twork, I'm like, yo, son, what if they got the drop on us, son? And they just really, they made you think that this was the shit that we were supposed to believe. But secretly, they knew this would pacify you. This would make the aggressive brother like you, who be on the stage looking like you about to just box a nigga up, push him back.
Hey.
But you got the love of Christ in you. And that's just enough to sedate us so we don't have a damn revolution. Because you start thinking about these Christian principles and shit. I never believe, yo, when I see strong brothers and then they say they believe in Christ and start telling me how he died for us, this shit is like an oxymoron. I be here, I thought the whole first 30, 40 minutes he was capping and he was trolling. Los told me that he was fucking with Christ, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Nah, he's writing it in the chat. I'm like, this nigga's not writing that in the chat, bro. This nigga be banging in his bars. How could you be so aggressive and then believe in Christ? I'm like, nah, I gotta get him on here. And so, I love what Twork do with the bars and shit. I like his stage presence, all that. So I'm like, yo, I took a hit today for the home team.
He's you know, with me being a nigga from the hood and just hearing the shit the hood niggas say, you feel me? Like, I didn't been around some niggas that just pull back up, guns still smoking. And nigga like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Thank God I'm still alive. Wait, you just killed about 5 niggas and you gonna say, thank God you still alive.
This is real shit.
But this the fucked up part about it. You just went and killed 5 black people.
That's real shit too. That's real talk.
You just went and killed 5 black people. You just went and shot 5 black people.
That's real talk.
Say, thank God you're still alive. But, you know, where's that aggression?
Hey, yo, I done talk to brothers. I done talk to brothers that be on some just in the street shit, risking their life, selling their drugs, risking their freedom. Then you tell niggas about the stock market and doing some investing, and they say, yo, that shit too risky. And so we got to redefine what the fuck risk means in the hood. Because if you out there doing shit that could get you locked up or killed, and then someone says, well, here, you know, you can put some money in the stock market, it's going to do more for you than you doing over here. Nah, bro, that shit is risky. Son, you got the blood is still on your shirt, my nigga. The onion is still, you still got the onion within your clutches. What are you talking about risky for? But then they turn around in the name of God you up. Yo, watch this. Let me show you how it went. Hold on, let me show you. This is the Bible, Genesis chapter 3:14. I want you to really get this, everybody. And the Lord God said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, hold on, let's do it again. And the Lord said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. Now watch this part right here. Upon thy belly shalt thou go. So this means that the devil was cursed. The serpent was cursed and he lost his legs. He was cursed to be what? Put on his belly. for beguiling Eve. He got cursed by God. The all-knowing God, okay, had to curse the devil because he tricked his creation, Adam and Eve. He was cursed to be put on his belly. Take a look at that. Okay? Now watch this. Watch how deep this gets. We're going to go into the book of Job. And the Lord, this is Job chapter 1, verse 7. And the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou? So the all-knowing God is asking Satan, where the fuck you coming from? This is the all-knowing God. And then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. Now, never mind the fact he's walking up and down in the earth, whatever the fuck that means. But the real question is this. This nigga was just put where? He was just cursed to put on his belly. So now the all-knowing God is asking Satan, and mind you, this is a meeting God is having with his angels in heaven. So first of all, Satan isn't even allowed. He fucking bum rushes the meeting amongst the angels and God. And God is all knowing, but he's asking the devil where he's coming from. And the biggest shit, separate from him walking in the earth, not on the earth, is the fact this nigga's walking in the first place. Who gave him his legs back? Because in the book of Genesis, no, this shit is crazy. In the book of Genesis, he was cursed to be put on his belly. And in the book of Job, this nigga's just pulling up in the middle of a meeting with the angels and God. And God, that's all knowing, is like, yo, where are you coming from? And this nigga saying, I'm walking in and I'm walking up and down in the earth. And no one even asks, yo, where the fuck you got your legs back from? Are those prosthetic legs? You know what I'm saying?
Yo, hold on.
This is chaos, and no one's answering. No one's asking nothing.
Hey, my boy Lucifer walked in heaven like this. Hey, man. Hey, what y'all doing here?
Oh my goodness.
That nigga walked in here with the two plastic little legs. Yeah. Hey, he was in that bitch looking like Deadpool. Remember when that nigga legs got cut off there? Got the little baby leg.
Yo.
But no, hey. Yo, but hey, real nigga shit. Hey, peep this though. All right, so how many niggas we're talking about the average human who have been dumbed down on so much of a level.
Yo.
How could you understand a passage that said, thou have walked into this without it of the this? Man, what the fuck? The thoughtis of inside this of thoutheus.
Yo, you know the funny part? Yo, people be thinking, yo, them niggas is gonna go to hell for this. For thinking. But you know in your mind and in your heart, you know that this shit is suspect. You know that this don't make no sense. Yo, I read the scripture where God regretted that he made man.
Bro.
I'm like, yo, Twork, he's saying the condom bust. And he was planning to be an NBA player. He wanted to be in the leagues. That's what he said. And because you was born, you fucked up the whole shit. And his whiz wouldn't get an abortion. So now he's just out there like that. And I'm like, yo, he the heavenly father, right? So imagine if your earthly father say, yo, son, this shit is a dub. I didn't even want to fucking have you quiet as kept. Yo, this all began when I went behind your mom in the club and she looked back and then she allowed me to dance with her. That's how this shit all began. You know what I'm saying? She just stuffed me up.
Yo, God, I honestly believe, you know how there's this weird thing where like they say like the angels was fucking with humans, like mating with humans. All right, they had to get that idea from somewhere. And from the looks of it, God was the first nigga creeping on earth. It caught Mary coming from Bethlehem, the club Bethlehem. Mary was drunk, coming from club Bethlehem.
And underage on top of it.
Underage drunk, and God must have looked around.
Yo, they never tell you that the Virgin Mary was 13 years old when she had Jesus. They never show a 13-year-old's picture on the painted
They
or
show a
stained
grown ass
windows.
lady with the baby.
They always show a grown woman. But it's
Hey,
why
dog.
y'all doing that? Why y'all just don't show the 13-year-old with a big ass belly? You feel what I'm
Yo,
saying?
yo,
And then on top of it, Joseph, a grown ass man, at least no younger than 30, but as highly speculated as 90, is supposed to be here in a relationship with her ass. You see, the Bible is some dirty shit going on, and we ain't
yo,
going to
it's
question it because you know what they say? That's how it was back in the days. So when man decided that it should be illegal, God just went along with it. Like, yeah, y'all niggas is right. This shit is outdated. I was tripping.
I was young. I was young and dumb. I wasn't thinking back
So
then.
so so Jesus may have been a product of being born due to pedophilia. See, nobody want to deal with that.
Hold
That
on,
and
let
if
me
that's not a cover up,
drink my
why
coffee.
don't you see any pictures of a 13-year-old girl on the stained glass windows? Why don't you see a grown woman on that glass? Pardon me, why don't you see a little girl on that glass? Why you see grown women being portrayed as married? That shit is cap. She was 13 years old with a baby. Be proud of it and live on it. Stand on it. Stand on
Yo,
it and
that
encourage younger people like, hey, all that young teenage pregnancy shit we was telling you, listen, be like the Messiah. You might give birth to the Messiah because we should just do it the regular way, right? But that shit would be weird, disgusting, nasty, and extremely compromising, right? So you niggas just say, upgrade her and give her like 10 years on the painted glass. Just give her 10 years. Yo, listen, you gotta question this shit. You can't
hey,
sit
look,
here because someone used the word God and start spooking out and feel like you just gotta agree with everything.
hey, I used to wonder why like pedophilia niggas and pedophile niggas. I used to wonder why they get treated they get treated different in the law. Like
Uh-huh.
in the grand scheme of the law. Like, like you could you could like not you in general, but like one of them raper niggas could rape like a 5-year-old baby or like a 3-year-old baby or some shit. And a nigga get 3 to 5 years, right? Like maximum 3 to 5 years, probably less than that on your first offense. And and but a nigga kill somebody or a nigga rob somebody and get 15, 10 or whatnot, whatever. But pedophile niggas get like maximum less time. And I
Mm-hmm.
tried to realize, I'm like, why? And then I started to go back into that aspect. Like, okay, the Bible do say he created us in his image and we get all the shit we like to do from this nigga. So when you think about all these crazy motherfuckers that's into all this freaky type shit, hey, my nigga was the first nigga doing this freaky type shit.
Yo, look at this shit right here. I'm gonna tell you this. I got this for days. I be taking it easy on people. Look at this. It says this is Genesis chapter 6 verse 6, right? It says we just gonna read from here and keep going down. And then we got the Hebrew translation here. So we got the the Hebrew concordance. So we're gonna look up the words in Hebrew. And it repented the Lord. Because no matter what language is written in English, no matter what the interpretation, the Hebrew words are the same. So, and it repented the Lord that he had made man on earth, and it grieved him at his heart. So God was sad that he made man. But look at the key words. God repented that he made man. He repented. Let's see what the word is in Hebrew. Nacham, right? Hold on, let's hear this.
Strong's H 5162. Nacham.
Nacham. Now watch this. Watch this. Nacham. Now watch this. What does Nacham mean? It means to be sorry, to console oneself, to repent, to regret. Okay, so watch this. Let's go back. Let's go back here and let's put the right word in. And he was sorry, the Lord. The Lord was sorry that he made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. Okay, and let's just make sure we know what the word grieved is over here. Let's just be safe so we can get the full.
Strong's H 6087. Atsav.
Okay, Atsav. Hurt. God was in pain. God was displeased. God was vexed. Okay, he was vexed. So, what can we take from it? God was sorry that he made your black ass, and he was in pain. Okay? He was pissed the fuck off that he even made you. So, you telling me to worship this bipolar nigga, okay?
Like God is most definitely bipolar, schizo, all that shit.
Son, how am I supposed to worship my father, the heavenly father, if he made it clear he don't want to fuck with me? The condom bust. I had a career until you was made. Now look at my shit. Now we both doing shit because you was born. One of us had an opportunity, but now two of us is here. Now we both out of the fucking game. We both clock out. Yo, this is insane. Wow, so much hate for the Bible. You know what's so silly about this Negro right here? Talking about wow, so much hate for the Bible. And you just heard God say he don't fuck with you. And you talking about wow, so much hate.
Wait. I don't think neither one of us has said we don't fuck with the shit. We're clearly going inside Bible chapters and levels of the Bible chapters. If you actually hate something, you wouldn't fuck with it at all. You just burn the shit and smoke.
Yo, all I'm saying is, it repented me that I had to say this to y'all because it grieved me in my heart to know that y'all have been duped. You know what I'm saying? That's all. We just doing this because it's interesting how if God was really official, right? He should be able to just say, you know what? Let's keep it 1,000. If my shit don't check out right, then I'm full of shit. But if it does, then y'all should worship. So it's clear that it's not checking out. It's clear. It's clear it's not making sense. So, because if it was powerful, instead of you bitching and crying, you be sending me a DM to save me and let me know that I read something wrong. But you know what really hurts? The reason why you're still watching this, talking about you're going to unfollow me, I saw you write it 3 times, you jackass. But you still here. This is like the 3rd time in this hour. I'm unfollow. I'm going to unfollow. I'm going to unfollow. But you know why you listening? Because every time you keep getting hit with these jewels, you like, yo, hold the fuck up. Now the nigga done pulled out a verse and showed you the Hebrew where God regretted that he made me. How the hell do you tell me to worship this nigga? You ain't know it was in there yourself. Now, when I'm on the streets and I say, yo, I don't fuck with God. Why? Because God don't fuck with me. No, he loves you. My nigga, he said he regretted I was fucking born. He said if he could have got me an abortion, if he had got me aborted, he would have, but Planned Parenthood wasn't in effect yet until the Twitter age. So, yo, this is what God is talking about. That ain't on me.
Yo.
So you know what? I'm leveling up, and I've come to terms. Well, you know what? You don't fuck with me, God? I don't fuck with you either. How about that? You don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you. That's my mentality. If that's how God giving it up, and I'm made in his image and likeness, we had a stalemate. You know what I'm saying? It grieved you. I got you vexed. Nigga, you made me. And you mad that you made me? What you doing being mad? Just body us. What you doing?
I think we kind of like roaches, right? Like I think when we got here, he was like, all right, I fucked up. And he been trying to flood the earth and shit, but like
we just keep popping back up.
We too deep, my nigga.
That nigga tried to enslave us. He tried to racially profile us, mass incarcerate us, and niggas be out here still joking about it. Shot up like 8, 9 times, still drinking their spermicidal sodas, mixing Hennessy up with tequila, and niggas is still making more babies at a rampant rate, despite the fact they're trying to lower our testosterone. You're right.
Yo,
it's just not fair after a while.
P, look, like I said, I get it, man. Creating us was a mistake. We really too strong. That's it. The nigga regret it. The nigga said, you know what? I didn't want to make them niggas that strong. I can't even kill these niggas. Right,
yo, the nigga accidentally built this strong. Like, what the hell is going on in the scripture? You got to understand, people.
All right, so
if a regular dude pulled up and said this stupid shit, you would trash him. And that's why I was telling my brother Twork. I said, yo, you know, when niggas just say bars about how they gonna kill and shoot, you don't believe in none of that shit. You be like, yo, nah, nigga, you gotta prove me. You gotta prove that to me. I don't believe all that. But then somebody could come here and tell you that the clouds are gonna crack in the sky, and this nigga's gonna come down here and save everything, and he died for you already, you believe that. But when you battle, you don't trust nothing a black man say. Because and to his credit, I wouldn't trust what them niggas is saying either, right? But then Jesus gets the pass. He gets the pass.
Yeah.
He gets the you know what Jesus did? He said, yo, them niggas bodied me when I was on earth. Fuck, I look like coming to save y'all during slavery. They'd throw my ass back up on that cross so fast.
ASAP. Nigga got killed once. Nigga said, nigga, I only got a few Mario, you know, the little mushrooms that you get in Mario. Nigga said, I only got a few mushrooms left, dog. I don't know if I could get in that fight. Hey,
You said you on your own. You said, y'all, and you know what happened when he said he'd be back? Some dumbass Negroes put that shit in, put an entry in the Bible like he's going to return, and don't even leave a time or a date when he coming. Nigga, no, I'll be back, son. That nigga like, them niggas must be fucking tripping. I ain't coming back to this shit.
I'm gonna be honest with you, right? So here's one of my theories about the return and the resurrection. Like, I honestly feel we have been brainwashed as a people, especially religious people. We have been brainwashed through many forms of indexicalities. We've been brainwashed through many forms of like semantics, through many forms of just imagery. I honestly believe, and I ask every black person, especially hardcore black religious believers, and even my mom, I asked my mom this actual question. I said, Mom, in all actuality, let's just be blatantly honest. If a nigga with bronze skin, with nappy woolly hair and drunken red eyes knocked on your door, damn near ass naked, like I'm talking about, like on some Terminator shit, like ass naked, knocked on your door, dum 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 dum. Hello, I am Jesus Christ, the Son of God. I need somewhere to refugee until I get my powers back. How? Not a single black person in the world is gonna let this nigga in the house.
You ain't never lied.
I believe Jesus has came back. You know where he is? Skid Row or jail?
Skid Row. I seen him. I dead ass seen him. I'm gonna post the video too.
Son,
I got a video where I was dealing with Jesus.
Jesus is either on Skid Row or jail. And he like, yo, son, these niggas ain't even fuck. You know how like when a nigga used to be the shit back in the 80s and he get out of jail and like the streets don't really respect him no more. That's Jesus.
Nigga said, I came to my own and they received me not.
That nigga came back to the hood like, yo, what's good, y'all? I'm Jesus. Niggas like, yo, what the fuck is this old head? Like, nah, my nigga, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, son. Yo,
that nigga is dialing up God like, yo, these niggas on some different shit. You know, God is like, yo, no funny shit. I'm gonna get you out of there. You know, just hold tight. Like, nah, nigga, you gotta deliver me now, son. These niggas is out here. Yo, Tyrone trying to body me. You feel what I'm saying? The Lokes and Watts ready to tear my fucking ass up. All I did was tell them I'm their Lord and Savior. There's no way to the Father except from me. Then some Brooklyn nigga said no homo, pause. I don't know what the fuck's going on in 2020. I just got to get back out there. Get back up there. Yo.
Jesus is right now, Jesus probably under the 405 freeway crying. Yo,
niggas dead ass is driving by him because I seen him there too.
The nigga, Jesus walking around here somewhere starving like a motherfucker. You talk about, God, I thought it was gonna be 40 days, nigga. It's been about 20 years, nigga. Yo, this nigga out here starving, son. And that's real nigga shit. Like, black people, especially hardcore believer black people, if a nigga really, like, if the actual Jesus, like the real description of what we may believe he is, especially black people, if a black nigga, but let's go even further than that. If a black nigga walked up to them and had a bottle of water, and then the water just turned red in his hand, like to some wine,
niggas ain't fucking with it.
They would still run. They probably call him the devil.
First of all, they snitch to the feds and say, yo, there's a nigga out here doing just some spooky shit. Them niggas would be all over that. Like, oh, word? Yeah,
Yo,
that's dope. Them niggas be hitting. If this shit is the bank, them niggas be putting their hand under the table, hitting the silent alarm, hoping that Jake's pull up on that nigga. Like, come on, son. You should know better than turn some fucking water to wine. Let me taste
yo.
that shit. Let me hit it first, but I'm still calling the feds. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I'm
Nigga, go hit
nigga, this is wild. Like it's even like from a ghost standpoint, right? Like, so this goes from a hardcore believer standpoint, right?
Yeah.
Like you have a super Christian be like, well, I can't live in that house because it's ghosts. Nigga, what if that you just said you are a firm believer in the Holy Spirit, and now you got actual Holy Spirits in your house? You don't want to talk to them? All right, cool. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yo, this
it's
is this
like,
is what I'm saying, DayLyt. Let me ask you this. Like I asked my good brother, Twork, we gotta do a poll. You see Jews, you see Muslims, you see uh Indians, right? We see people that deal with all sorts of different religions around the world that's non-black, right? We see
mm-hmm.
Buddhists, we see all these people. Why is it that Christianity is the one with all the demons? Why is it they the only ones that need an exorcism? Why is it they the ones that every time you see a movie pull up and somebody's getting possessed, it's the same religion all the time, it's the same crosses all the time. Nobody else gets demons but Christians. Why are black people say to themselves, out of all the religions, like if I wanted to be religious and I wanted to be safe, I get the fuck out of Christianity. Because the second we enter into that, we enter into a realm where we are susceptible to demonic possession. You know what I'm saying? Like we
Facts.
enter into a realm where niggas is on chairs wilding the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like why don't we
Man,
just stay the fuck out of Christianity's business and go somewhere where demons don't be there? You know what I'm saying? Like just go somewhere where
yeah,
it's safe and we could talk about Buddhist principles and shit. Because it's too dangerous in Christianity. In Christianity, a nigga gotta feel compelled to have the Holy Spirit because 6 old ladies that got no business jumping around, running on the floor, falling on the floor. We gotta feel compelled to have it. Otherwise, the whole church gonna look at us like, oh, he's possessed. And it's like a
nah,
it's like a wave at the baseball game. One person get up, and everybody gotta do it. And I gotta sit here and be like, oh shit, my turn. Now I got
yo,
to start
as it
over.
come around, yeah.
And,
But
and
see,
then they can speak in other languages that no one understands, call it speaking in tongues, and everyone says it's divine. What is so divine about not being understood by everybody else in there? How you know a nigga ain't telling y'all, get the fuck out of here, somebody's about to blow the shit up? Or how you know that person ain't saying in another language, I'm going to get the drop on you and I'm going to kill your kids? What is divine about someone speaking something? You don't even know if it's another language because none of you even understand what that person's saying. And why is this only happening on Sunday when y'all get together? Why is this not happening in your house? This stuff is insane what they doing. And then this is another thing I asked. The government allows us to open up these churches in our community. We have the most churches per square mile in the lower income communities. Wealthy and prospering communities don't have churches like that. So watch this. It's all fun and games when we put in God we trust on the dollar bills. It's all fun and games when we swear on the Bible when we're in court because that's supposed to be the highest level of sin. Most people just ain't going to lie if they put their hand on the Bible, right? So fine. But then when coronavirus comes, the government says, we're going to lock your bitch ass up, your Christian bitch ass up if y'all keep congregating. Now, this shit just gets weird because how was it the whole time it was like, yo, we in go mode when it comes to religion. And the government says, no, we need to give them the right to religion. And God, we trust this country was built on God principles. And then when the coronavirus comes, hey, hold on, don't lay your hands on that old lady no more. She might contract the virus. You're going to go on Instagram and you're going to do your sermons from here on. If we catch your ass in the church congregating in the name of God. Because what? They knew they was playing make-believe the whole time. They knew they was playing make-believe the whole time.
yo, hey, when I've seen the churches close down, and when, you know what, I'm not gonna lie, I love the coronavirus because it kind of exposed a lot of people's belief system. Now, it was a few churches that was still open, and everybody I know, like, because one of my cousins owned a church. He's like a pastor at a church, and his church was empty. Like nobody came to church, but he was like, telling people like, yo, like we covered by the blood of Christ. So, but the church was empty. At that moment, that let me know that 95% of these motherfuckers' belief system is fake. If you really was a faithful believer that you are saved and you have nothing to worry about, then you would still been in church having a fucking good time.
True story. True story.
But you know, times like this to show you like all that. Look, man, we in the era where we got a virus killing niggas. All the the motherfucking government and Pentagons and all the niggas just confirmed a UFO, like confirmed.
Yeah, them niggas are spooked. They like, yo, we might as well let the information out because shit is going to hell.
Shit is, the shit crashing. Might as well tell niggas now it's aliens and all type of shit. So I just, like I said, man, I'm not at the point to where I'm at the point to where I feel like I done became so deep down this rabbit hole, and I've been telling you this for the longest. Maybe we need to just get right by Lord and just blend all the way back in, dog. We might as well just go to church, P. Fuck it, man. We can't beat them. We can't beat them, dog. Might as well just go to church, me, you, and Twork. Go to church and fall on the floor. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Nigga, just fuck it. Let's do it, dog. You might as well get some of that spirit, dog. Fuck it, man. Cause ain't no win, dog. It ain't no win. You got motherfuckers, right? Right now.
Hey, somebody said in the chat, it's not demons, dummy, it's aliens.
Yo,
pardon me. They said it's not aliens, dummy, it's demons.
So now aliens, demons, nigga, knowledge is demonic. Look, man.
I don't know.
It's before I go, because I got some shit I got to do. It's some nigga right now that been in this live from the beginning of your live who is waiting to upload this shit and say, DayLyt, brother Polight, Illuminati confirmed.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Some niggas that, come on, fuck it. Come on, we got to make sure they take the picture.
They like all that shit. They like all. Yo, you could just literally be on some crossing guard shit, and they be like, the crossing guard is Illuminati. You could just be trying to make sure that the children get across the street safe, and them motherfuckers be like, nah, bro, that was some Illuminati shit.
Yo, we might as well do all this.
Yo, you could be doing sign language because a motherfucker is just mute and yo, they be like, nah, son, I seen this.
But
Cats be super spooky, man. I'm just really trying to get these children across the street. And motherfuckers is over here condemning me, talking about I'm down with the Hollywood shit and blood sacrifices. But yo, before you leave, we got to do a live. You know about that spirit cooking?
No, what's this? What?
This is like it's weird, bro. Now I ain't gonna front. It gets spooky. Yo, we got to do a live on this. I played a video on the live where it's like celebrities. You know what? Let me see something. I'm gonna pull it up real quick and fuck up your dreams for tonight.
All right.
So you can yo, this shit is kind of weird though. Spirit cooking. I think it's called spirit cooking. Let me make sure. So I ain't making that. But it's like you got these celebs that get together, like people of power and shit get together, and they do these rituals where people have to like be sitting in blood. And
c'est une dame qui
let me see. I'm gonna find this shit.
C'est le genre d'œuvre d'art qu'il y a dans leur maison. C'est épouvantable comment c'est laid. Ça n'a aucun bon sens, mais des enfants.
I'm gonna find it.
Des enfants attachés.
Spirit cooking. Let's see.
Oh, they big on their adrenochrome. Okay, I see.
Oh, here we go. This is the breakdown. So a lot of celebrities getting caught out here doing this spirit cooking. Like they be just using blood, soaking people in it, writing in it. This shit is blood.
Yo, where they get all of this shit from, son?
This shit is nuts.
Who blood is that?
Son, it's the blood of Christ.
Yo, that's a whole organ. Nigga's whole liver came out of there.
Yeah, they got mad celebs caught up in this shit too.
So this is what I'm saying, right? Like even watching this video, you know how the niggas that be in our DMs making hella blogs about us being the devil and shit? Why
And
they
they
don't
just
be on?
bypass this shit.
I don't understand that. Like, why y'all don't find these people and harass them?
See, they be making art with the blood. Look at this crazy shit. Look at these niggas. Hold on. This is a whole stream we got to get into. We got to.
Yeah.
Fresh morning urine, sprinkle over nightmares and dreams. Yo, this is really going on planet Earth. These are the real demonic practices going on planet Earth.
Yo. Hey, bro. I just tell myself this, and I'm going to say this loud and clear before I do get up out of here. To all the people that's watching this and that's
This is
about
like,
to,
what the fuck? Get out of that shit quick.
all the niggas that's watching this and they about to make the Brother Polight and DayLyt Illuminati satanic worshiper confirmed videos. I just want y'all to find these niggas Instagrams. These niggas in this video, find all of these niggas Instagrams and get in their lives and tell them that they're devils and all type of shit. Because I've noticed people who do all this weird shit like that, they walk through the world smooth selling with no harassment.
Word. That shit is real.
That shit is
you
real.
know, every time these things come up on the net, they be taking it down. But somebody had filmed. I ain't gonna blow niggas' spots up. Fuck it, I will. But we'll do it for the next stream. But somebody has. And you know, The Simpsons always got the fucking goods a year, 10 years in advance. Because they broke down the spirit cooking a long time ago. But a lot of these cats. Let me see. This might be it right here. Look at the spirit cooking energy.
Yo, that's why I created the Bradley character, my nigga. I be trying to figure this shit out. I need to pull up to one of these shit, see what they doing.
Wait, bro. Hold on. The fuck? Bradley ain't real?
Oh, damn. I gave up the juice, huh? No.
Yo, I should wake up out of that right. They be watching Bradley. Yo, they be watching Bradley all the time. But yo, on the real, you gotta look up that spirit cooking.
I'm about to dig. I'm about to dig down that tonight. I dig down that so I could be fully prepped.
I ain't gonna lie, brother. I would rather watch a scary movie because what that does to me is make me realize. You see, that type of shit make me really start considering demons and shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's in the human form, bro. When you
what
watch
are we really dealing with? Yeah.
Yeah, it's man. I ain't gonna lie. When you see, you know what? It's like this. We hear about pedophiles and we hear about people being molested, right? But you have to really connect with somebody that's gone through it and see the trauma for you to be like, oh shit, there's evil people on planet Earth.
For me, it was like I said, my first time ever going on the dark web. That's when I realized what's really happening in the world. Like you know how they say, like unveil, like and the veil is lifted.
Yeah, brother.
When I went on dark web for the first time, I really seen what it is, and I seen exactly what type of monsters we dealing with. Like it's real live monsters walking around this motherfucker.
Really love evil, bro. Like real evil, not make believe evil. And that's the problem. People deal with so much make believe evil that shit is so nuts and out of this world that they don't realize, like, yo, there's real bloodsuckers right here. Like
it's like real live vampires, werewolves, motherfuckers that just.
And if they not, they're inspiring because they actually be having vampire meetings.
Yeah, no, it's real. Like,
I'm not even bullshitting. There's real.
I mean, we going deep into like Vlad the Impaler and his whole bloodline and all that shit, bro. Like, it's
you know, we could go deep and we can go into Victoria's Secret and knowing that her secret was that she was a hemophiliac, so she was draining her followers of blood. That was Victoria's Secret.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. When you see all the dumbass girls in there buying panties and shit, they don't even know what's going on. It's a lot. But yo, Pete, let me get out of here, man.
Valentine's Day, Victoria's Secret. We could really go in and go nuts.
The babies, the pedophile, the baby with the arrow, all of this wild, bro. Anywho, I'm about to study this spirit shit as I'm like I got some other shit I got to cook up, but I'm about to study that shit real quick. And next time we link up, we most definitely most definitely link. We most definitely can talk about all this shit. So I'm gonna get with you though. Appreciate it.
Peace to you, King. Love you, my
Yep.
brother. You stay safe.
Yes, sir.
Peace. Man, what a show tonight. Dang, y'all lit. Y'all wanna keep me up, or I know we was talking all sorts of shit tonight. I was just in a different bag tonight. I know we do our economics and everything, but dang, it's mad requests. What the hell? What y'all trying to do? You gonna keep me up all night? But listen, this quarantine got us lit, huh? Yeah, shout out to my man Jim Jones. We did 32,000 people on the live, man. That was cool. Shout out to Shelly. We did 14,000 people on the live. And let's really put the love out there to all of you guys that be in tune with the information. This was a good night. I had no idea. This was like a battle rapper meets religion vibe. This was pretty dope. We had King Los. You know, he can battle rap, but you know, he's a writer, man. He's phenomenal. He's a true artist. But that was dope to have King Los, New Jersey Twork, brother DayLyt. I should have reached out to B-Dot and see what B-Dot say. Or Loaded. I need to just have a battle rapper night and have all the battle rappers and everybody just pull up and let's find out what they think about spirituality. But that was great how that happened so organically. Man, yeah, Twork is phenomenal, man. That's a good brother, man. Phenomenal. All right, y'all. That was great. Kichi, I saw you. Kichi is a powerful sister, man. I love her. She's a powerful sister. Beautiful and powerful. Add me, bro. I know. I gotta just do more where I just randomly just pick people and we just start building. I need to do more of those. Kichi. She knows about spirituality, so you know, you got religious people and you got spiritual people. So when I look at Kichi, I look at her as a sister that she has like the eye of the seers. Like she's spiritual. You could get around her and you could feel positive energy emanating from her. So yeah, I'm definitely down with that. So don't think I'm out here and I don't have confidence in higher powers and higher forces. I just don't believe in the ones that they sell to us as a people. I believe we have to dig deeper. I know we have to dig deeper and think a whole lot more. I'm not saying you got to get all the answers. Nobody has all the answers. But I tell you what, I got all the answers to the questions that I need to know. I don't let certain things bother me. I know about things that have me content. I'm good. I don't need to boggle my mind with things I don't know. You know, I know the people, I know who my friends and family are. That's good enough for me. I know positive energy when I'm around it. I'm able to discern positive from negative. That's good enough for me. I'll be all right. I don't need to learn all these little tricks of the trade with your scriptures and all that stuff and then mess around and find out somebody manipulated my mind because I'm living and dying by something just because of the spookism centered around it. No, what about just being good people? You think God is going to punish you for just not being a good person because you didn't read the book? You choose to read the book, you read the book. I read the book. I read the book in the language. I play the game. I learn it. I study it. I do it like that. But I'm not going to live and die by things that I have a question about. You're not going to make me say I have to just agree with something just because the word or the rumor says that that's what that is supposed to mean. I'm not playing that game. I got a mind of my own. And any real creator is not going to condemn you for using the mind that you was gifted with. I hope that makes sense to you guys. I don't feel no guilt about being a free thinker. If anything, I feel like I'm demonstrating my ability to utilize the gift that I was given, which is to think. That's it. And wherever I may be wrong, God could correct it. But I'll be damned if I have a man tell me, yo, you're supposed to read this and it's supposed to mean this. Like you are the Lord and master of interpretation. My nigga is like, thousands of different interpretations to that one book, and then within every religion, there's thousands of different interpretations. So let me just be entitled to mine. I ain't gonna knock you. If you up for debate, we have fun, but I'm never gonna feel like I want to hurt you or call you names and be rude and disrespectful, because there's no spirituality in that. And that's why I said some people are religious and some people are spiritual. You know, you can keep your religion. I keep my spirituality. I consider myself to be spiritual. You know, I just don't consider myself to be religious. It's a difference. It's all right. I feel like I'm a physical being on planet Earth. I feel like I'm a spiritual entity embarking upon a physical experience. I don't believe I'm this flesh. I don't believe that's the motivation behind my existence. I just don't believe that. So that's why I can't be threatened with death. I can't be threatened with ideas of something's going to happen to me if I don't think this way or that way. I just feel if you have great intentions, it's going to lead you to great places, whether you know what the place is going to be or not. All you got to do is just have positive intentions for other people, and you will be blessed with abundance. My stuff is just very simple. That's it. I don't have a whole thick textbook to break it down. Just be positive and be loving to people, whether they don't behave as if they should be due that respect or not. It is not my responsibility to issue that negativity to you. Let the universe create the opportunities for you to learn the hard way. That's none of my business. You know what I'm saying? I'm just focused on me being positive. That's it. Word up. People make this thing too complicated. Hold on, you need this textbook to spirituality in order to get it. How about just be nice to people? Do your best to eat good, eat positive, eat the right food, take care of your health. If you have abundance, share it with other people. I can do this in about, if I really want to condense it, I can break it down in a one long paragraph. Everything that you guys attempted to express in these giant books, everything that you guys fight all over the world for, when it comes down to it, we can really hit it up in a few sentences, but I'll give you a long paragraph that'll beat all those books up in one day. I don't need to know all of that. You choose to read it, cool, but I really don't need to know all of that in order for me to be embraced by the universe, the cosmos, ancestors, or God. I really don't need to know none of that. I can live this earth and be totally oblivious to that, so long as I know to be positive. I don't got to believe in anyone or anything in particular. They did something for me. People believe in Jesus and God and all that every day, and they treat each other like horrible people. They don't even treat each other. They don't even treat people like humans. They treat each other like less than animals. In fact, they treat animals better than humans in many instances. They'll take care of their dog, make sure their dog can go out and walk, and won't even take care of their own family, won't even take care of their own aging uncle or their own aging father or mother. They'll throw them in a nursing home and think nothing of them, but then take care of their dog and make sure they eat every minute, every hour of the day. Make sure that they get a sweater in case it's too cold when the damn dog got fur on. Give the dog little baby booties to walk in, despite the fact it got claws, but then treat their own grandmother like shit. And these are religious people. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no time for that, and I'm out my mind. All I said today, for the most part, that sparked this chaos that made me do this stream, I said, I don't believe in God. If God is giving awards to people who talk about killing our people, and then they can go on a stage and be like, I like to thank God. If that's your creator, that ain't mine. Then y'all can have God. If you feel God killed Nipsey Hussle because things happen for a reason and God created that reason, if you feel God killed Kobe Bryant and because he works in mysterious ways, that's not my God. I got nothing to do with that. Y'all keep that. I don't want nothing to do with that. That's some wild stuff. I don't believe in none of that. I don't believe just because something bad happened to a good person, God had to be involved. I believe bad people do bad things. Sometimes people are in error and good people get hurt. That's what I believe in. I don't believe just because someone was doing righteous things for our people and then they die horribly, that God created that instance for that person to die horribly. No, I don't believe that. That's not my God. I don't believe my God would sit there and watch us just go through slavery like that. I don't believe in none of that. I don't believe in none of that crap. Now, it doesn't mean I don't confide and powerful entities in the universe that I'm connected to by blood that wish me best in the form of my ancestors. The time I'm on is that we just got to free and liberate ourselves. And when we start moving in that direction, our ancestors will work with us. The universe will conspire to our better advantage to see to it that we be liberated. But we first have to establish that level of cohesion, that level of cohesiveness for us to really bear witness to the divine. Without unity, we will never see the magic. That's how I look at it. When we unify, we're going to see the magic. You want to see magic? Watch us unite. That's when we do magical stuff, not by ourselves. I believe the magic is created when we all meditate at the same time, when we all pray at the same time, when we all decide we have the same goals and ideals, and we're going to take the same first step forward at the same time, and the second step forward at the same time, when we chant at the same time. That's what I feel when the magic is created, because on an individual scale, we might see remnants of that power, but I just feel like as a collective, we would bear witness to it. And I believe the higher forces that exist don't want that to happen, because once we bear witness to our powers as a collective, then we're going to introspect and realize the potential we already have within. Then we grow stronger individually and we bring it back to the collective. We start moving mountains with the power of the mind. But this could be all belief and lies. Like, shit, I just see it in my own life with my wives. And when we think as a collective, the manifestation that takes place makes me bear witness to that actuality. Feel me? But hey, what do I know? I need a book in order to figure this out. Never mind my experience, right? Need a book to tell me, okay, if you say so. Yeah, a group of cells becomes a tissue, a group of tissues becomes an organ, a group of organ systems precipitates the organism, and then the organism says they're an individual, but even an individual, you have in divided by do, inside divided by two. You say you're a person or personas, two sounds, high pitch and bass. Everything he's breaking up into two. Universe, uni, one, verse against oneness. There is no individualism. Yo, you're not going to get into heaven by talking stupid to me about God, man. Stop it. If you believe in God, cool. I don't know why. If I tell you I don't share the God of the black man or the black woman that makes music talking about killing black people, why you want me to believe in that person God? When they say they believe in God, I like to thank God. I believe that they worshiping the devil. I believe that they believe that that's God, because their God is the demon. And that's what I'm feeling like. I don't want nothing to do with that. So why are you hating on me? Now I gotta look at you like you the demon. I'm about to block you. I don't want to be around somebody who advocates the belief of a God that helps, endorses, supports, and uplifts people that talk about the destruction of their own community. I don't believe in that. That's not my God. That is not my God. Look at this idiot. Nigga, you got a cold. This is, yo, block party. Block party. Religious people wishing me death and sickness and all this other shit. You believe in God so much, you wish me death, because I don't believe. Add me, let's debate. I want to, but we gotta do it tomorrow, man. I didn't even know Instagram would allow me to talk for this long, allow me to do an interview for this long. You wish me death because you believe in God. Enough is enough for tonight. That's just disgusting. Who are you serving that makes you feel like that? Because someone disagrees. If anything, you will want to reach out to me, send me a DM and petition to me. Please, brother, just hear me out, because the Lord is real. That's what I would believe a spiritual person would do. But you see, you're religious, so you're overzealous about conversion. And if I don't convert, then you're negative. And there's no spirituality in that. People will disagree. In fact, we all have a different experience. So that's why when people say, yo, I experienced this personally, you have the right to your own experience and connection to whoever you conceive to be your creator. So when I say the black woman is my God, that's my experience with women because they saved me. If you said somebody that I can't see saved you, that's your right. I'm going to tell you someone that I can't see saved me. Not to be slick, but because that actually happened in my life. My wife saved me. My mom gave birth to me when she was told she could die. And she still had me. So these women saved me. I'm here today because I come out the womb of a woman who was told that she could die, but she still chose to have me and risk her own life. The black woman is my God. She saved me. She's my Lord and Savior. My wife, Manette, got me conscious. She the one that got me to read. She the one that worked 2 jobs, gave me 1 check and said, I'm going to keep doing this until you find yourself. Just stop doing the negativity. Just stop being on the streets. And I took up on the offer only because I thought she was BSing and I would break her so I could have the right to run amok because I didn't want her to leave. So I took her ultimatum and I said, she's going to tap out because I ain't going to change because this is all I know. And after a while, I got spooked. Like, why would she be working another job, taking a whole check and giving it to me in the name of she just wants me to read because she believes something special is going to happen. And I knew I changed when I got books for my birthday. And I was happy. I'm like, books? Normally I would feel cheated. Yo, it's real. I love you guys. It's real talk. Yeah, my wife she wasn't reading no Bible when she did that. She just had a good heart. So maybe some people need to read because they sick. And so they need to read that because they need some balance. Like sick, not like I'm disrespecting people. I mean, sick, like, hey, you know, maybe that book was written so people could, people who are out of whack, people that's out of whack could just be like, yo, let me get my alignment. But y'all need to know not everybody needs that. Y'all need to know not everybody needs to read. They should not kill. Love thy mother and love thy father. Honor thy mother and honor thy father. You know, maybe some people don't need that. Peace. Read a lot of comments today. Had a lot of fun. We'll get back to making this money tomorrow. Peace. Love you guys. Iluvu.